Oh, and we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the latest episode of the Tim King Show right here on the Bloodline Entertainment Network. And if you've been watching, you know I'm not alone. I'm not even going to sit here and hype myself tonight. Not even going to sit here and hype the Bloodline Entertainment Network. But if you've been living under a rock, just a little rock, go and check out the Bloodline Entertainment Network, YouTube, all major social media platforms, all major audio platforms, and on Twitch. We're on Twitch, the Bloodline Entertainment Network, Twitch, YouTube, all major social media platforms, all major audio platforms. But again, it ain't about the Tim King Show. It ain't about the Bloodline Entertainment Network. We're here just shooting the shit on a Saturday night. I used to say TK after hours, TK after dark, sports argument after hours, sports argument after dark. What the fuck is sports argument? No one even knows. Who cares? It has all been brought down to the TK Show. And we just had a blast on Roto Slabbers. And if you missed it, go and check out Roto Slabbers Streets I and Fantasy Bourbon. Dude, just ripped up fantasy football running back rankings going into 2023. And tonight we're here to talk about wrestling. My passion, my everything. Wrestling, baby. Wrestlemania 39 is right around the corner. And again, I'm never alone, right? Am I ever alone when I'm talking wrestling? Not here on the Tim King Show. And I am not alone tonight. Throw y'all ones up. Throw y'all motherfucking two sweets up at the same time. My boys, Justin, Jeremy from the In Time Wrestling Podcast, or as I like to say, and you know, I apologize to my next guest who I'm going to bring in, the Trios champions of podcasting. Challenge us. We will beat you. I don't know what that entails, but we'll beat you. I don't know what it entails. Is a part of the Hostly Trio. Hostly. Goddamn Marcus and Jordan and Dylan, the World Elite Podcast. Dylan, a bear. Welcome back to the Tim King Show on the Bloodline Entertainment Network. And go and check out Dylan on the World Elite Podcast, like I just said. Hype my trio. He's got a great trio himself on the World Elite Podcast. Dylan, welcome back to the Tim King Show. How you feeling tonight, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. I wish I could match your energy, man. You're just all over the place tonight, man. I'm just excited to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
All over the place is exactly where I'm at, and I'm going to be all over the place as well tonight. I thought we were going to do some WrestleMania picks, predictions. Justin's like, no, man. Battle Royal 3, who fucking cares? So maybe we'll just throw matches into the Battle Royal, and instead of going in any sort of order, we'll just fucking go match style. We want to talk CM Punk. We want to talk AEW. We got a lot of shit to talk about tonight. We're not alone. We got guests on guests on guests coming tonight. Like it was Justin's birthday, but just WrestleMania. Still a week before it was WrestleMania. Last guest for now, Greydon. Binbuster, the movie guy. Hopefully a potential movie show on Bloodline Entertainment Network down the road. I don't know. But the movie guy also, big-time wrestling fan, nostalgic wrestling fan, big-time into Impact Wrestling. Just did an awesome review of
Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble with Will Gray, who's doing great stuff on Bot Spots and Chair Shots. Go over to Binbuster. Check that out. Greydon, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well. Right here on a sad Tim day. So
I love the sad Tim day. And I thought I was done introducing guests, but I'm not. I am not. Right. And Justin's and Dylan's reaction just said it all. And I'm watching Tom grab the beard and Greydon grab the beard. And I'll grab my beard and Jeremy grab your beard. And Tom from the Broadcast Podcast. In the future, welcome to the Tim King Show. Welcome to the Bloodline Entertainment Network. What is good, my brother?
Awesome, mate. Thank you for that. It's actually midday Sunday for us in Australia. It's actually, I think, 1:15. I think it is, in a day ahead of you guys. So, but no, good to be. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. How are you, man? How are you doing?
Dude, I'm going good. We put up our first kind of official proper YouTube episode this morning, which would have been your evening, a couple of hours ago. So if you haven't checked it out, it's on our official YouTube page, just the broadcast, TheBroadcast. Also, that episode's on audio format. So if you've got a Android, iPhone, check it out on Castro, Castbox, wherever you get your podcast. That episode should be there. And yeah, went back and did a watch along of 2 WrestleMania matches. So the Triangle Ladder match from Mania 2000, and also Hogan versus McMahon from WrestleMania 19. So it was a great episode, and great getting inside the video content, but not happy with how it all came out. So awesome.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for taking your time and pulling over and fucking coming on to the show and saying what's up to everybody. And I know you might be a part of something special in the future. So I very much so look forward to that going forward, man. You're awesome. I love you. Seriously, like, we all appreciate you very much. You are, like, other than Justin, maybe the biggest support system that we all have inside of the community, and I can't thank you enough, dude. Like, we all love you so much. And the guests don't stop coming. We got one last guest, another a true casual to the WrestleMania talk. Just got done doing Roto Slappers. My boy Streets, what's going on, baby? How you feeling?
Good evening, gents. How you guys doing? How's everybody? Good Saturday night, huh?
Doing well.
I'm getting a little tipsy. I'm not gonna lie on this one. After
I was already feeling buzzed on the last episode. I'm more than feeling buzzed here, and I don't care because it's a Saturday night. Gonzaga's getting their ass whooped. My bracket's been mad busted. Dylan's winning money, I guess. So I guess someone's winning money. So it's a good thing.
Texas, huh?
Yeah.
Texas is tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes at the end of the day. But we're going to talk some wrestling. And I was just going to throw out to WrestleMania picks, WrestleMania predictions, see if you want to talk some CM Punk and AEW. They're going to the United Center. Is Punk and Jericho like the match that's going to sell the United Center out? Is this all a work? What's going on? So you know what, Tom? While we have you here, Justin said, fuck it, Tim. I'm going to fucking take over the show tonight. We're not doing WrestleMania picks and predictions to start. We're going topic battle royal. And I love topic battle royal. So, Tom, I'm going to give you the first topic. Is it Cody Roman, the match? Is it Cena Theory? Is it Punk and AEW? Whatever you want to talk about, Tom, bring it up, speak about it, and let's spin it, baby.
I'll take the CM Punk AEW. I'm enjoying it as a fan. I would love... I've been saying from the very beginning, I thought it was all the work with the whole fight and stuff like that. It was around bringing eyes to BET and what they're doing and more eyes to the product. And then over time, it was like, maybe it might have been something that is real. Is it kind of a bit blurred in between? I still think there's something behind it, though. I hope that it eventually does lead, to Punk coming back. I think it'll... Like, we talk on our show about there's like the pre-Punk era and there's the post-Punk era. And my co-host kind of fell out of AEW once Punk came in because he didn't like it. It wasn't the original idea of what AEW was, where I kind of got more excited that he was there because I think it brings, casual fans might know him, fans from the past who knew him from WWE might be turning on AEW just to watch him. So I hope it, leads to a potential, one-on-one match. Jericho, I think, would be cool. I remember some of their classic matches when Punk was there. I think they fought even for the championship a few times. And I know there was a whole straight edge part of that storyline where I think Jericho tipped whiskey or bourbon or something on top of CM Punk in one of their feuds. And so I like, whenever they come together, they do great things. So if it's real, cool. I'm supportive of that. I would love to eventually see, Punk, and Kenny. That's one match I've always wanted to see, and we never got that, during that time. So if that could eventually lead to something like that, it would be cool. But I'm happy to hear other people's, views on that one.
Punk and Kenny is where it's at, man. That's the biggest selling match they could possibly have, in my opinion. Greydon, what's your take, bro?
I mean, it seems all to be a work to me. Like I said, I don't really follow AEW much. It's lost all its momentum when Punk came in because you lost it. It became WCW Light or WCW Junior in that aspect. WCW went under where they started bringing in all the WWE guys, started paying these big money contracts, ended up doing all this stupid stuff, and then so it's become that way. I've never been a huge CM Punk fan to begin with. I mean, will him and Jericho sell the United Center? I mean, Fozzy couldn't do it. So I don't know if Jericho could do it by himself. So could him and Punk together? Maybe, but I bet Kenny and Punk could possibly sell out the United Center.
Okay. All right. I like it. Dylan, what do you think, brother?
So ever since All Out, whenever this whole backstage thing took place with the Elite and CM Punk, and then it involved Ace Steel, which, you know, resulted in biting Kenny Omega, so to speak. Sort of 50-50 on this, if it's a work, if it's real. But if it's real, you know, CM Punk's been away for a while. He hasn't really trash talked AEW in some of it. I know he did some sort of post on his Instagram story saying he was forced to work while he was injured. He wasn't cleared to compete. And he was still forced to work, you know, kind of shit talking Tony Khan. So some of it makes me think it's actually real what's going on with him and AEW. But just a little part of me thinks it's also a work as well. So I'm not sure what to believe right now. I mean, also going back to the whole thing with Jericho, would they sell it out? I don't know. But it's just a whole thing if he comes back. You know, some part of me feel like he will come back. Another part feels like he won't. So it's just if the two sides can work out whatever mess they have going on, because it's before the Instagram story, him calling out Tony Khan for making him work while he was still injured. That's what makes me feel like this is a real thing going on with him in AEW.
I do kind of agree. Tom, based on what you said, you do want him to come back because he'll pop a rating, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Greydon, you want him to come back because you want him to wrestle Kenny, even though you're not a fan, correct?
Correct.
And Dylan, even though you're not the biggest fan, you do think you want him to come back because he will help that brand out, correct?
Almost definitely. He will bring ratings back to AEW.
Understood. Got it. For sure. First of all, Kofi Weedston, baby! My dude, Kofi, thank you for fucking tuning in, my brother. And, the third part of the Hostly trio, Jordan is back and better than ever. What's up, Jordan? Thank you for tuning in, my dude. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. But before we go to me and the boys in the corner, we're going to you, Streets. We're asking you, CM Punk, AEW, you're the casual here. What do you know about it? Does he just being there bring you, the casual, to them?
That's probably the part I can answer, right? The work part, I have no clue. You don't want that answer from me, anyways. But hell yeah, absolutely. If CM Punk's there, it draws people like me. So yeah, it's going to bring casuals in. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, that's fair. Jeremy, what's your take on this whole Punk AEW Jericho situation? You got the Punk Instagram with the whole JonMoxley Rocky 3. Tony wanted me to do it. I had never seen Rocky. Jericho, he deletes it. He had to delete it because you can't talk shit about AEW according to AEW section 19.2 in their clause of their contract. You cannot talk shit. So he theoretically had to delete it, not because he wanted to, because he had to. And then Jericho's cunt ass putting the delete picture up, knowing that he's a stooge and knowing that Punk had to delete it. So, do you want Punk and Jericho? Is this all a work? What the fuck is going on?
To be honest, up until the Instagram post, I was leaning towards it being more of a work, but his post seemed more like internal and like personal. Like it just felt like something he needed to get off of his chest. And now that it's out, it feels more of a real thing than just a backstage working of like, oh, we're gonna have you start a fight in backstage and go back and go away for a while and tank our own ratings. Like, no, that's not. I don't feel like that is really a thing that Tony Khan would be like decide to do. I don't think Tony Khan would go, okay, I know our ratings are above like 1 million at this point, if not like close. So we're going to take the guy who brings in the ratings off of TV for multiple months and drive him away for who knows why, because when he comes back, he'll pop the ratings back up. Why wouldn't he just keep him on TV at that point and keep the consistent, basically sub 1 million to over 1 million every week? Like that's why I think that this whole thing is now a real thing at this point. And if it is still a work, if they're going towards Punk and Jericho, I can't really see them. I think more in general that Punk himself would bring in the crowd than Punk and Jericho. People, they're not going to come back because of Punk and Jericho. They're going to come back because of Punk. And as much as I disagree and I'm not all in on what Punk did during the whole brawl out situation, there's no doubting that he brings in the ratings. There's no doubting. There's physical evidence that he does. He's gone and now they're struggling to break 1 million. It's clear that he brought the ratings.
Let's talk about it from an entertainment standpoint, because think about your favorite TV shows you watch. When do they normally bring in the guest stars? November sweeps, May sweeps. Why? Because that's their biggest time of the year. They don't bring those superstars in every single week. They do it to draw those ratings, to get you interested in that show. Punk doesn't need to be there every single week to draw the ratings. He's that spectacle event. You throw him in at a big marquee arena, he's go draw for you. He's go draw those 1 million fans. Everything. You don't need him every week to do it. You just need him to promote something, to get something going, to get a hot feud going. And that's what this pretty much is.
Yep, agree. Justin, what's your take on the whole thing, brother?
Oh, man. Where do I even start with this? Like, I still don't feel like this. I don't feel like this is a work. I just don't feel like any of it's been a work. I feel like this has just been Punk showing the way he is to everybody. And it's just like, it's never changed. CM Punk has not changed and he never will change. He's always going to be this guy that will talk shit when he wants to because he feels like he needs to. And it does nothing. It does nothing for me personally. Like, I generally don't give a shit if he comes back. Like, it doesn't pique my interest. Yeah, it's going to freaking bring in people and everyone's going to lose their shit. But it doesn't matter to me. Like, to me, nothing CM Punk means anything to me. Like, it all feels too legit to call it a work, because that whole Instagram post right there just comes off as a whole, like, I'm just over this shit. I don't care who I piss off. I'm just going to say what I want to say at this point because nobody's going to tell me anything. But he's going to follow through with it anyway, with deleting it, which doesn't... I don't get it. It just... If it's a work, I don't understand what's the point of the work. None of it makes no sense. Like, having CM Punk show that he's an asshole just for him to go, ha-ha, I played you all. Like, that means nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. Like, yes, he is an absolute ratings bringer, and it showed over the whole time he was there. But then again, after a while, he wasn't always the draw anymore. He started to be the decline in it as well. So it's just, if he came back, yeah, they'll pop a nice rating for a little bit. But then after a while, it's just, how consistent is that going to be? Probably not going to be every freaking week where it's going to be like, oh, CM Punk's back. Let's fucking break 1 million. It doesn't, I just can't see it all. I just can't see this being a work. I just don't see it being a work, and I don't see how it really benefits anything, because it just really comes off as Punk being Punk like he loves to be, and that's just all there is to it.
Fuck, man. It sucks to say, because when Brawl Out happened, I was on the record as, again, I'll throw this out there all day, okay? When Brawl Out happened, dude, you're a cunt. You're a fucking cunt. Like, I don't really know what else to say to him other than he's a cunt. And I don't think, like, it was a work then. I think his tricep tear was real. He broke his leg jumping into a crowd. Bro, you're 40 years old. Why the fuck are you jumping into a crowd in the first place, okay? You want to get hurt in the ring. You want to send a message out about Mox, not knowing about Rocky, this. The only way any of this is acceptable is a work. And I don't think it is a work. The only way any of this is acceptable is it is a work. All right. And I don't think it's a work. And that sucks, dude. Because again, I wear the man right here on my sleeve with my Chicago, other shitty Chicago teams like that. They're shitty, dude. But nothing is better than going to Chicago and yelling and screaming CM Punk's name, all right? Which is why they're going. The AEW is not going to the United Center for All Out if they're not bringing CM Punk back. I don't give a fuck. They sold Forbidden Door out, sure. You know what they sold Forbidden Door out on the thought of? My wife was getting labor, and we're like, Punk versus Okada, Punk versus Tanahashi. It wasn't like Mox Tanahashi, Mox Okada. Who's our favorite wrestler? Mox. It was Punk versus. That was all we cared about, all we thought about. And everyone else, for the most part, guaranteed it. Punk. Rampage. Can't even do 300,000 TV views anymore. Can't sell an arena out. But Rampage sold the United Center out on the whim of CM Punk coming back. Come on, dude. He's a cunt. I can't say it enough. But at the end of the day, the feuds are there. Him and MJF, him and Kenny is the match. I've said it from day one. Him and Kenny sells out any arena worldwide. That's the match. But again, like Mox said, you got a weak mind, a soft heart, and a fucking fragile body. And at the end of the day, as shitty as it is to say, he does. So how's he even going to come back with his weak-ass body? Delivers a buckshot and hurts himself. Jumps into a crowd and hurts himself. Wrestles a match versus Mox and hurts himself. I'm not ready to come back yet. Again, I'm the biggest CM Punk fan in the world. But where is the success? He failed us all. Brett always yells, I want to talk shit. Like, Brett wants to get me going and argue with me about this shit. You're not going to get me going, bro. He is a cunt. It sucks to say. And that's the bottom line. He cunted out of WWE. And when he did, it was like, okay, he's right. You know, he should have had the main event spot. He deserved the main 434 days. You deserve a main event spot at WrestleMania. Okay, fine. So you don't get it. Brian deserved it. You bring Blue Tista back. You put him in the main event. All right, that's bullshit. I get it. Tony Khan gave this dude everything for him to act like this. And then I don't think that this Instagram post was a fucking lie. I think it was true. He probably wasn't ready. He probably wasn't cleared. And his ankle didn't need to be cleared for Mox to fucking hurricane lariat him and pin him 1, 2, 3. Like, his leg didn't need to be cleared. But he probably got butthurt and said, fuck it. I'm going to put all this business out there. And then he had to read section 19.2, clause A of the AEW contract he signed and said, oh, I can't talk shit about this company. And that's how it ended up fucking breaking down. And that sucks. Do I think he'll be back? Yes. Because they're not going to the United Center without him. Because they won't sell it out. They won't. It's fact. It's that simple. They'll do 8,000 tickets in a 14,000 person arena. They won't sell it out without him. And that's all I got.
You know what didn't make sense about this whole rant from his whole Instagram rant? It didn't make any sense to me because think about it this way. He came back so we can decide the entirety of this freaking interim championship situation. But he comes out and bitches and says, I'm not cleared to compete. So you have him get squashed so you could freaking give him the title, so you could have him end up winning the title back not even a week later. So technically all CM Punk did was bitch and complain that he re-won the world title. In a nutshell, that's all that man.
This is why, again, when you read that message, it makes no sense other than the fact that he's a cunt. It's either like, hey, I'm a cunt, or this is a work. And if it's not a work, he's going to look even worse than he did at Brawl Out. I am praying that it's a work. I don't think it is. But again, the United Center, bro. My buddy Joe texted me that morning. He said, hey, we're getting the United Center for All Out. And I said, yeah, okay, sure. So he said, Punk's coming back. And I said, yeah, okay. Then, Tom, I think you posted or someone posted in our chat, hey, All Out's going to the United Center. I said, oh, okay, Joe. Maybe you know what you were talking about. And if they're going to the UC, they're not going to the UC without Punk. Like, there's no way. I don't know. And I think we spent too much time talking about this fella. Devin, what's up, my dude? Our tribal chief always throw our ones up. But let's spin the topic. All right. We segue AEW or let's go to WrestleMania. And again, if we're doing topic battle royal, we're not just going to do matches in order or anything like that. Tom, I think you picked the CM Punk. Greydon, you pick the next topic. Pick a WrestleMania match and let's talk about it.
The Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Is that even a fucking WrestleMania match?
Yes. Yes.
Then fuck it, Greydon. Talk about it, baby.
I hate it just because of the fact of you put Lashley and you put LA Knight right in there when you easily could have put them on a one-on-one match on that card. Who then it's gonna be one of those two guys win it. Who takes the pinfall? Who doesn't win it?
I like it. Damn, I really like the way you spun that there. Dylan, talk to us about the Andre. Who wins it? And why the fuck is Bobby in it?
Yeah, they had this whole thing with Lashley with him and Bray Wyatt, and then Wyatt's out, and now that's the only day they can come up with now. I think it's a horrible excuse for Bobby Lashley not being on a WrestleMania card. I think it's absolutely disrespectful, and I think the only two possibilities to win it is either Bobby Lashley or LA Knight. I don't see anyone else on that card, or in that match, I should say, win it.
Big facts, big facts. Justin?
It's exactly what Dylan just said. This whole Bray Wyatt thing, it's so freaking such a giant clusterfuck that you got nothing for Lashley at this point. This is all you got for him. This is just lazy freaking, we couldn't come up with anything else. So how about the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which I just look at it and go, so it's obvious Bobby wins. Like, I don't think LA Knight wins. Because, again, like, this Battle Royal means nothing. It means nothing. So it's just like, it just sucks. Because it's like, Lashley should be doing something more important. LA Knight should be doing something more important. Not competing in a Battle Royal for a trophy that's just literally going to probably get destroyed in like a week. Like, it's a waste. Nobody ever benefits from winning Battle Royal.
There's a storyline.
Justin, I don't mean to cut you off, but my God.
Yeah.
What a beaut. Nick, the Universal Wrestling Podcast.
I came here to shut Justin up. One-on-one, Justin. Let's go. We're going to debate right now.
Let's go.
I'm kidding. What's up, guys?
Good evening.
What is up, my brother? Yeah, we're just shooting the shit. We just talked a little CM Punk AEW. Now we're talking about Greydon had the choice. First WrestleMania match. He chose the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. But
nice.
Get it out there.
Which one?
The men's. This one.
Oh, Kurt. Yeah.
This is.
Yeah. What you see,
Justin answered that question for me at least too. Thank you, because I was actually curious as what do they win if they win?
They win nothing. They win.
This is hilarious. Then I was like, "Who the hell's in this match?" Because as the casual, I was like, "Let me go to let me look it up."
Streets, come on.
WWE came up with
something to us.
So here's how they just try to sell it to me. Next week on WrestleMania. On WrestleMania SmackDown, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal will return. A WrestleMania weekend staple is what I'm told at this
staple. It's been, 2 years, guys?
The Battle Royal has always wowed the WWE universe as the WWE superstars try to win the coveted prize.
Yeah.
Wow.
At least the women's won last year. Their trophy at least looked better.
All right.
Streets
Hold on.
read that. It was a hell of a lot more interesting than that fucking match.
Yeah.
Jeremy, since
Well,
you're a
thank
part
you.
of
I'm
the
glad I was able
show,
to-
you're gonna have to wait a minute. We're gonna go to Nick first, and
That's
then
it.
we'll go to
Come
you.
on, baby.
me,
What do we
and we'll
got?
let Tom finish. Nick, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You got Bobby in it. You got LA Knight. You got Santos Escobar. You got Bronson Reed. You got Johnny Gargano, Streets' favorite.
Yeah.
Who's winning this thing, bad? Who's winning this bad boy, baby?
Yeah, it's odd. I saw the graphic on SmackDown and I said, what the F is Bobby Lashley doing in this? I think it's a trickery or something. I just don't see it, him. If he's inserted, he's going to win, but I just don't see that. I see something happening. You said it. You said the names. I mean, Reed, LA Knight. I mean, I don't know. And does it really matter? I mean, what does this mean? Right? Like,
I think
If I had-
Streets read what it meant.
yeah, if I had to,
It's coveted, Nick. It's coveted.
yeah, if I had to pick, I would say Bronson. This seems like something Bronson would be able to win. And again, it's good. It's another notch on Bronson's belt. But come on, man, right? Streets, come on, man.
I guess, Jeremy, my question to you is, did you remember that Madcap Moss won this last year before they reminded you?
Fuck no. I did not.
And that about
so
showed
here's
how
the
much clout this
suspenders?
has.
Tim, you
Is
just
that
came
when
up with a great
Madcap
game.
still had the suspenders and the shirt?
Yes, it is.
That's when he still had Corbin on his side.
Mhm.
Split up.
A
Great.
year from today, you need to ask everybody that's on a year from right now on the Tim King Show who won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal again.
But it
Five
is-
people are going to sit there and go, "Phew."
It is kind of sad that it's on SmackDown, right? Like Andre means so much more than SmackDown, WrestleMania SmackDown.
WrestleMania SmackDown.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what they coined it. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
let-
at this point, Michael Cole can win it, and I wouldn't give a shit. Like,
right. And let me ask
what are we doing here?
Wouldn't you rather have that fatal four-way than a bunch of meaningless dudes on that show? The
Fatal
tag
four
match?
way for the tag.
Well, the non-number one contender tag match,
exactly.
the showcase. Yeah.
I'd rather see the Royale at WrestleMania. I think it's a bigger spectacle. I guess that's that's a word we can use here. I don't know. I just
So you'd rather see that. You answered
Yes.
it. Good. Graydon, which one would you rather see? The showcase tag team or the battle royal?
Well, the Battle Royale, you get more people, fans' ability to see more wrestlers in a Battle Royale than you do with that showcase match.
I knew I liked him, Tim.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like him too. Dylan,
Battle Royal.
Justin,
No,
Streets.
Battle Royal.
Jeremy, now answer the question.
yeah,
The
let's hear
question
it.
is asked or the whole thing?
The whole shebang, dude. It's on you now for it all, baby.
Yeah,
All right. So, if we're being honest here, the Battle Royal is just for people to put on their Instagram a picture of them standing next to the trophy like Andre's pose. That's the winner. That's what they get. It's a free Instagram post standing next to the trophy in Andre's pose. That's all they do. They're like, okay, this is my moment. I'm gonna stand next to the trophy and cross my arms, look like Andre, and there we go. Never see me again with the trophy ever, unless you're Madcap Moss or Baron Corbin or Cesaro or anyone else.
Big
But-
Show.
Big Show.
God, I forgot Show won the damn thing. Oh my
I think
god.
he was the first.
He was the first. Yeah.
Second after Cesaro or first.
Yeah.
He
One
was
of those two. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't agree. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're bullshit. Tony Khan.
Yeah,
I don't know about the past.
But yeah, I Bobby Lashley and LA Knight being in this is just pathetic.
Stupid.
Honestly. Bobby Lashley, I know he had his thing with Bray going on, and Bray has whatever the fuck has going on with him, just whatever. If they could have found something else for Lashley. LA Knight, he's been saying for weeks there's no WrestleMania in LA without
yeah.
LA Knight. And you can't take that possibility and going, okay, maybe we should probably figure something out for LA Knight at LA Mania. But nope, they're just going to throw him inside of this battle royal, I guess.
What's the common theme there, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's lazy.
Bray
it's
Wyatt. No, it's Bray.
Well, here's the thing, Nick.
Whoa, Nick, don't cock block me. It's almost my turn. Stop it.
Oh,
Stop
sorry.
it. Stop it. Stop
But
it.
Yeah.
Don't cock block me.
Almost got to me, but I was going to let Tom go before me, and then I was going to go. So, Tom, well, Greydon, you would have thought. I'll always let.
But here's the thing. What do LA Knight and Bobby Lashley have in common leading up to WrestleMania? They both got screwed in sucky Bray Wyatt matches.
Okay,
There's
so
your
you're not saying
angle.
the Bray cost them in any way.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
They both
And-
just got fucked
Yes.
by the feud of Bray. Got it.
Yes. And
I dig
there's your
that.
storyline.
And
You
the
got
problem is,
screwed by Bray. I got a freaking glow in the dark match, Bobby. I got a glow in the dark match against Bray. Hey,
problem is,
we didn't even get a match. So
win.
why don't we wrestle? We both have anger against Bray. Why don't we take it out on each other? There, I just booked the match for WrestleMania.
You're not wrong by any means. Or Bray could have used LA Knight to go against Bobby or something. You used him. Tom, what's your thought on this whole thing, man?
Oh, so I've got a dip after this, but I'll give a couple of views. So, it's a shame that Bray's not there. Things happen, understand personal stuff. So, we move him out of the equation. I would have liked to have seen LA Knight do some type of host role with WrestleMania. Like even challenging The Miz, because The Miz is trying to host it. Like do something there where he interrupts him and he tries to take over the show. So something like that. Lashley being in the match, the Battle Royal, makes it, to me, obvious that he's the pick to win, because if I wouldn't even know in my head now other people that are in the match besides him, But what does the winner really get? The trophy, yes. The accolades, yes. But I would like a title shot. Like the winner gets a title shot on the Raw after or something like that. So it gives that person something to look forward to. So the champion, if he retains or wins the belt, just has another day and he has another title defense the next day on Raw. So it makes you want to tune into that Raw, because that Battle Royal winner will get that title shot at that event. It's kind of like, the old King of the Ring used to be the winner would get a title shot at SummerSlam. But they stopped that. It just became you're the King of the Ring, and you never really went anywhere with it. So with the Battle Royal, I would like to see a potential contender come out and then get a title shot. But my pick is Lashley. I don't see anyone else that's really going to put, a challenge to it. Maybe Bronson Reed and Lashley being the final two would be awesome. Or even an idea that the final two then actually compete at WrestleMania or something for the trophy in a one-on-one match would be another idea to continue the feud going forward. But that's probably my count on that stuff there.
Love it. All right, Tom, I know you said you had to go. And again, I appreciate you so much for coming on in the future, coming on the show, coming on the Bloodline Entertainment Network. I'm going to run down some quick matches for you, and I want you to answer them, okay? So let's start off at the top, okay? AustinTheory, John Cena, United States Championship. Who wins?
If you're going to kick off the show, I think you would want to face to win. So I'm going to take Cena, but I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing program. Like, is Cena committing to, a number of months to be on the brand week by week? Or is it going to be, we're going to see the John Cena Open challenges? I don't think so. I would like to see Cena win because it's a good start to the show, but I think Theory somehow might pull it out.
Yeah, that's fair for sure. The big one, Roman and Cody. Who you got, man?
My heart says Cody, but my mind's going with Roman, because if it's not broken, there's nothing to be fixed about it, because Roman's been so strong for so long. I think he's going for that Bruno streak. I think he's trying to hold it for as long as he can. If I were to think all these years ago when Roman's title reign started, did I think that Cody would be the one to end it? I would probably say no, because my mind, he was all AEW focused, and I didn't think he would be the guy at this point in time to be the one to end it. So I'm going to say Cody will put on a fantastic match, but in the end, it'll be Roman, the one walking out still Universal Champion.
Wow. Love it. Big surprise. Charlotte and Rhea. Who do you got?
Charlotte and Rhea. It would make sense for Charlotte, for Rhea to win it, to kind of give some more prestige, I would say, to Judgment Day, to actually have a champion in their ranks. I would like to see them all have gold eventually. But I would say Charlotte's promo on SmackDown was great. I think she's also a great champion, but, you know, sometimes a new champion's good. So I'm going to say Rhea.
Love it. Love it. Gunther, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Intercontinental Championship.
I would like to see Sheamus because he's been chasing it for so long. Like Drew's just been inserted more recently. I would say Sheamus is the one I want to see take the belt away, and I don't see Gunther being pinned. I see McIntyre taking the loss in that match. That way you keep Gunther looking strong without having a loss, and he could eventually go into another program with somebody else. But I say Sheamus pinning Drew.
Big time agree there. Edge, Finn Balor, Hell in a Cell, the Demon versus the Devil. Oh, this is fun. Who you got, man?
It's interesting because I love a good cage match because it really ends a rivalry. Like that's where they kind of should end it up. You just lock the two people in and you finish it. With that, you know, I still see Judgment Day getting involved. Damian Priest has nothing booked, so maybe he'll be trying to get into the cage or he'll somehow get in. I would say Finn getting the win in that one.
Love it. Love it. We got the let's go to one of my personal favorites, Brock Lesnar versus the Monster Omos. Who do you got there?
I'm going to say Brock in about maybe 2.5 minutes. I see it being a very quick match, couple of high spots by both guys, couple of power moves, but in the end, it'll be that, you know, oh my gosh moment when you see Brock hoist him under the shoulders and do the F5.
Love it. Love it. And Becky and the Legends against Damage Control. I mean,
yeah, I'm not really. It's probably the one match on the card that I'm not really, you know, that excited for. I would like to see the heels take it. I think Damage Control have been on the chase more often, you know, losing the tag belts and things like that. So I would like to see them take it. But again, it's on the big show. You're bringing back some legends back. You think you would give the legends the win. But I'm going to take Damage Control.
Does Trish Stratus turn heel? Is that how they win? Is that what you're thinking?
I like Trish as a heel, so I actually like it better than a heel than as a face. So if that's a little twist to do, that'll be great. I'll take that.
I love you, bro. I love you so much. Seriously, man. You've been with me for a long time, especially with the UW pod. No spoilers. And goddamn, man, I love you, bro. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much.
No worries. I'll definitely keep on the stream. I'll be checking it out to and from today. But no, happy to meet everyone today and great to hear all your views. And yeah, I'll be definitely subscribing and checking all you guys out.
Love you, Tom.
See you, buddy.
Awesome. See you guys.
See you, Tom.
Later, brother.
That's awesome.
God,
I love that this guy was on his eating lunch right now. And
yeah, yo, the best, dude. Tom is just the nicest, literally the nicest guy. Beautiful hair and a beautiful beard too. But Greydon, oh well, it's my turn. It's my turn for this match. Yo, this match is bullshit. It's bullshit. Bobby's in it. It's bullshit that it's not. Yo, as much as I'll hype Brock versus Omos, and I'm fine with it. That was only me being fine with it because it was Brock versus Omos and Bobby versus Bray. This is bullshit. Nick, I've been screaming since day one. Boys in the corner, I've been screaming since day one. What should this match have been at WrestleMania? Brock versus Bobby. Why is this Brock not Brock versus Bobby? I am fucking flabbergasted, disgusted, and pissed off now that Bobby is wrestling on the WrestleMania SmackDown 100. Fuck off. It's bullshit, all right? And it pisses me the fuck off, all right? It's bullshit.
It is.
Bobby is a top 10 player in this goddamn industry. And the fact that he's wrestling on the WrestleMania Battle Royal SmackDown, suck off. Fuck off. Whoever booked this bullshit trying to fucking prolong Brock and Bobby can fuck themselves. But it was Vince. No, it wasn't. You know what? Hunter does wrong too, okay? Yeah. Hunter fucked up here. Hunter should have went Brock Bobby 3, Brock Bobby 4, whatever it was, and finished it at Mania. He fucked up and he fucked Bobby. Maybe. Honestly, I don't think Bobby does win this. I think maybe Bray's aura comes into effect in like a Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, or Santos Escobar.
Something. I like Escobar. That sounds cool.
Fine with that.
Yeah.
What'd you have to say, G?
I mean, you could have easily thrown Bobby and made the IC title match a 4-way.
Yeah. I don't really like that though because the story is with those three guys.
But it's better than the Battle Royal.
Than that. Yeah, it's better than the Battle Royal.
But the battle again, I'm bitching like crazy about the Battle Royal. But the Battle Royal makes more sense.
Yeah.
than the Intercontinental. Honestly, you could have thrown him in with Theory and Cena, and that would have made more sense.
Yep.
That or with Brock and Omos, that would have made more sense. Or they could have just taken Omos out. Bobby could have just beaten Omos's ass, right? I beat that big motherfucker's ass. Hey, Brock, we got unfinished business, motherfucker. Okay? But again,
Well, Tim, that's
give Jeremy the pencil. Give TK the pencil. They don't know what to do with it like we do. That's all I got to say.
Reform the Hurt Locker?
And the thing, too, is the way they ended the match with a low blow, like, come on. How does that end that feud? That doesn't, right? There has to be something.
Yeah, Nick, they probably want to save it for Saudi, Puerto Rico, or SummerSlam to do a big buy there. But guess what? WrestleMania is your bread and fucking butter. Do it there. Stop it. We've talked way too much about this.
So give him Omos.
Nick, while you're here, let's get you on the next topic, all right?
All right, let's hear it.
Pick it. What match do you want to talk about? Or whatever wrestling topic you want to talk about.
What didn't we talk about?
We haven't talked about anything other than CM Punk and AEW and the Battle Royal. So whatever you want, man.
Let's talk Theory and Cena, because I really find that match intriguing. And I just don't know who to pick. Like Roman and Cody, me, easy, Cody. It just makes the most sense. But with Cena and Theory, I just don't know, because I don't think it really matters who wins. And that's the issue there. Why have this match? Yes, Cena's in the picture. I love it. One-on-one with Theory for the U.S. title. But at the end of the day, what does this do for Theory? What does it do? That's what I want to know. Let's hear it. I want someone to answer this for me.
3 words: passing the torch.
And you think Theory needs Cena to do that? I think he's already the top guy.
Who would Cena pass it to then?
Cody.
He technically did with the whole hand raise thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from there. I think, ruthless aggression, who looks anything like Cena, it's Theory. One-on-one, they are just perfect. Go ahead.
You got Hogan raising Rock's hand. You got Rock raising Cena's hand. Now you have Cena raising Theory's hand.
Yeah. So I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I want to know other
raising Cody's hand, which is that true.
We saw that,
yeah.
But I feel you, G, for sure, man. I feel you.
Yeah. It makes sense for the young blood to have this match with Cena, and I think that's the reason why they're having this match with Cena. I think they want to show what you said. Yeah. The transition. What does this do for Theory? He beats Cena, and if Cena wins, then what do we get? We get the open challenge next night on Raw because it's the coolest night of the year, or the second coolest night of the year. I don't know. I want to know what we get out of this other than a pretty good match.
Cena holds the title till SummerSlam in some way, shape, or form, because Fast X comes out. Cena's in that movie. You have that title on him on that red carpet, baby.
Yeah. That's a good point.
WWE front and center right there.
Yeah.
At a Hollywood premiere.
Streets, let me ask you, John Cena, Austin Theory. You were a fan, obviously, when Cena was around.
Yeah.
This John Cena now, earnest, bald. I have no room to talk. I'm bald. And this young stud pup, Austin Theory, who does get Greydon, like you said, very reminiscent of
absolutely
at John Cena. What is your thoughts on this match?
For me, it's fun to see Cena back. No doubt. That's the first part. The second part is, I get it's WrestleMania season and I come in there, but I try to come in Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, other things like that. So I know who Austin Theory is.
Yeah.
And for me, and I've seen enough of them, Austin Theory has to win this match. That's it.
You know wrestling. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Cena's there to do one thing and one thing only.
Put him over.
Put him
over. Goddamn right.
It's Theory's time, and that's basically what it boils down to.
Cena's only there because they couldn't get The Rock.
Probably.
No,
it's a good.
They would have had
for real.
They would have had both. They would have had both if they could have. Hollywood, baby, Hollywood.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Streets. I think this is why Cena's there, but why? Why? What does this do for Theory? Right? Like,
What's him over beating John Cena?
So for me, it's one of those like
What do we do? Beat up John
against-
Cena.
It's the
There you
Instagram
go.
thing, right? We talked about it when we talked about that bullshit trophy on the Andre the Giant Memorial, right?
yeah.
It's one of those things for Theory for like when 20 years from now, you'll look back and you'll see the hand raise and stuff like that from Cena to Theory. And if Theory turns out to be that good and he comes up one of the best 20 years from now, you'll always come back to that Mania match after they put on one hell of a show where Cena kind of put him over.
Yeah.
Or,
Who said that,
or he ends up as Go.
I was there.
And he beats Chris Jericho and never does that.
Who said that? Beat up John Cena. Was that our truth?
No, it was AJ Styles and the Good Brothers.
Oh, yes.
What are we, right when they debuted, what are we going to do? Beat up John Cena. Oh, it was so fun, dude. It was so cool. Oh, Dylan.
Poor fun.
What do you got, man? What's your take on this whole thing, man?
So I've been saying for a while that Austin Theory is like he's easily main event caliber, and then he's been like this for a while now. It just takes the proper booking to finally get him in that spot. And this match with John Cena is nothing more than a passing of the torch, and for John Cena to put him over and solidify him as that main event talent that I've been seeing him as for a long time. So, one thing, I didn't see this match needing to be for a championship, so I could have seen Theory maybe dropping it a few weeks before Mania. But since they're involving the U.S. title, I think obviously Austin Theory has to keep it because John Cena gains absolutely nothing from winning it. So I think that this is just like I said, nothing more than just a passing of the torch.
Yeah, big time fair. Justin, you're first this time. What you got, brother?
So this needs to be a passing of the torch moment. Theory absolutely should beat Cena, but my concern is Cena with what Cena said.
He's not ready.
He literally told Theory that he's not ready, and no matter what, he loses no matter what. So that's the big concern here. How does, I almost feel like Cena took Theory by the neck, put him down on the chopping block, and is literally holding the knife to the back of his head. And is just pretty much telling him, how the hell are you going to get out of this situation here? I don't know how Theory really bounces off of that, though. If he retains over Cena, it's a big deal because that's a passing of the torch moment. But again, if he goes back out there on Monday and fucking the Raw crowd eats him alive, then Cena was right. But if Cena wins, Cena's right. So it's literally a bad position for Theory no matter what. It's either you pass the torch right now and somehow Theory's able to recover off of that, or you give it to Cena and you pass the torch to somebody else at this point.
Jay White the next night.
That would be crazy.
Something like that.
That would be nuts. Yes. Absolutely.
Olale, arriba la raza. Speak on that.
Yeah,
Good
and
Lord.
and also, like you said, we're gonna look at this 10 years later and say, "Wow, Theory beat Cena." I mean, Roman beat Cena. We're not saying, "Holy shit, that was cool." We're saying, "Okay."
Big difference because Roman's already on Cena's level. Maybe bigger. I mean, no, obviously not.
Yeah.
But right? We live in a world of today, right?
Today.
So in the world of today, Roman and Cena are on the same page. Theory and Cena. Theory lost last year twice to WrestleMania, right? Then he lose McAfee. Then he lost to
Vince KO. Who was it?
Did he lose twice?
Bobby.
He tried cashing in that night, didn't he?
No, I digress.
I would too.
Jeremy, it's on you on this match. Who's winning this match, dude?
Get the pencil out. Let's hear it.
Believe it or not, me and Nick must be on the same wavelength because
yes.
I was literally about
get out that pencil.
I was about to pick up the pen, and
this man literally picked up a pen
picked up a pen and booked booked WrestleMania, this match, and the next night, because I'm predicting that Cena wins this match at WrestleMania, goes into Raw after Mania, open challenge, which is accepted by Jay White, who wins the U.S. title on his first night on Raw against John Cena.
Because why is there a title in the picture, right? Like, we don't need a title. Does Roman and Cody really need a title? I mean, it's just...
This is overall a bigger story for Theory, because he's wondering to himself, man, you know, John Cena was right. This was my big opportunity to win against the person that everyone has compared me to for basically my entire career. Yeah. And I blew it on the biggest stage of all time. And you could go through that psychological downfall of Theory.
Who's here?
I just got so excited. Oh, yeah, I see the smile on his face. Jeremy, I'm so sorry to make you stop talking. I love your smile. Oh, and I love this smile.
Hey,
hold on. Let me take this banner away so I can properly introduce the Warden, my boy, Matt Ritter, Smacking a Rock, Reach a World, every day around noon Central Standard Time, doing their thing. Check them out. And Smacking a Rock, the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub. My boy, Matt Ritter. Dude, I sent him the link. I didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to be so hype about the entrance. Ritter, what's up, baby?
Not much. I literally just got done watching something. The wife's like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, cool. I just got a podcast invite. Have a good night. So
there you go.
Here we are.
God, thank you so much for fucking joining us, bro. We're just talking a little WrestleMania, a little CM Punk, AEW. Before we continue on WrestleMania, can I ask you really quick, Jeremy, if you don't mind, because I know we got an equally big CM Punk fan in the house. So I want to ask you 2 questions. One, I understand you hate Chris Jericho. So
that is correct.
I want to preface it with that. CM Punk, AEW, we understand Brawl Out. It sucks. We all had our thoughts on it. The Instagram post, we saw it. We also understand that AEW's got section 19.2A in their clause that you can't degrade their company or you got to delete it. All right. So Punk might have had to delete it because he might have had to delete it. Then we saw Jericho's delete post. And then we saw AEW's going to United Center for All Out. So, in your humble opinion, is this all some work from Punk? Is Punk just being an asshole? Do we get Punk Jericho at the United Center? Just spew your thoughts, my good friend, on this whole situation.
I personally have never thought Punk was being an asshole. Here's the thing. And I've said this. I have always thought there was something up and off and a little too fake about the Elite for my liking. I tend to believe there's a little more truth in Punk's side of the story than theirs. They always try and come off to be far nicer than I think they really are and far better people than I think they really are. As far as Jericho goes, Punk could just be playing into this whole thing. It's CM Punk. He could be like, all right, if this is how everyone's going to view me and they're going to call me a whiner and a complainer and everything, then we'll do this and we'll use it to build a story. Absolutely. But also from what I saw with everything that happened with the Brawl Out and everything that's happening now is Punk's been the last one to say anything about anything. Everyone's had their version of the story. They've come out, they've said shit. Even leading up to Brawl Out, you had Hangman going and talking about Punk. You had everyone saying shit about Punk before he finally lashed out about his shit. He didn't leave WWE and immediately go on Colt Cabana's show and start shitting on WWE. He waited months to give his side of the story. Mm-hmm. So everyone can call him a whiner and a complainer and say it's the same shit over and over and over again. And that's fine. And I get that opinion, but I just see a person voicing his opinions on something that he was unhappy with, Dan. Which we all do about our jobs. I don't think anyone's sitting here fucking sucking their job off saying it's the greatest thing ever and my managers are fantastic and I love working where I work. I highly doubt that. So, he's just being an average person. We all bitch about where we work. He had some issues. He vetted them out. It is what it is.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. No, you're right. No. And Ritter, I called him a cunt earlier. And again, I'll throw my arm up again. I'll throw it up here all day. And I'm a cunt. So, like, yes. I get it. I'm a cunt. So, like,
It's a Chicago thing. We all are.
Right. Yes. I'm a lot like him, and I get it. If you degrade me, I'm going to go out of my way to be a cunt to you, and I hate that I'm like that. It sucks. But that's me. And Streets, you know it more than anybody. Streets has been trying to make me not like this for like 20 years. It's crazy. I digress. Ritter, before we continue this way, the only other thing we really talked about was that Battle Royal. Bobby, Bray not being involved, LA Knight, Santos, Johnny, Bronson Reed. Who do you got winning that match? What's your take on the whole Bray thing?
I love the theory that LA Knight wins because Bray Wyatt cost Bobby and we still get the Bray Bobby match. That is what I hope happens. That's what I want to see happen. That is the going theory. I don't know what's going on with Bray Wyatt. I see, Isaac in the chat is, got every conspiracy theory possible that is going to bring the Fiend back to life. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see the Fiend, but however it plays out, I'm interested. LA Knight's been on this whole he needs to get on WrestleMania thing. This would be a great way to get him on WrestleMania. I guess they could also just have him come out and interrupt some sort of segment to get on WrestleMania if he doesn't make it. If Bobby wins the Battle Royal or whatever. I mean, the person winning the Battle Royal isn't going to WrestleMania necessarily, but at least LA Knight would be like, I won the Battle Royal. I deserve to be here. Like, he'd have a reason to show up and talk his shit. So LA Knight wins the Battle Royal. What?
It gives him a match with The Miz then.
Possibly, yeah.
Hosting, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That was kind of mean.
And Ritter, before we let Jeremy answer this, Theory versus Cena, who wins it and why?
He already answered it, didn't he?
Oh, my bad to let him keep going. I'm always a answer the question when you come in kind of a guy. I apologize.
I think Theory needs it more than Cena does. I mean, this is going to be as John Cena said, and I think he kind of laid it out for us. After WrestleMania, if Theory beats John Cena, he has to go out there on Monday Night Raw and be everything he's been saying he was going to be if he beat John Cena. It's all on his shoulders. John won't be there to carry him like he will at WrestleMania. So I think this is kind of like the sink or swim moment for Theory. Like, it's all right, we'll give you this match. You've got John Cena. Everyone compares you guys to him. You go over John Cena at WrestleMania. Do you sink or do you swim?
Love it. Jeremy, what's your thoughts, brother?
Like I was saying, me and Nick are on the same wavelength. I think Cena wins this, proving Theory wrong and proving that Theory, as much as he's been throughout his entire career compared to John Cena, he's just not on that level currently, and he bit off way too much that he could chew. And Cena's going to go into the next night on Raw, do his open challenge like he normally does, and he's going to get accepted by Jay White. And Jay White's going to win the U.S. title on his first night at WrestleMania, or on the WWE roster.
God damn. Yeah, that definitely percolates my nipples and gets them hard for sure. And I'm saying it's Theory all day. It makes no sense for Cena to win. Theory beats him. Cena's lost like his last 112 matches in WWE. I don't know why he's got to win this one. So Theory all goddamn day.
I'm also getting really excited for a Montez Ford Austin Theory United States title feud. So
they teased it.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a match too.
Yeah, sign me the fuck up for that. Dylan, we're doing Battle Royal. We're picking matches.
Yeah.
Pick them. What match you want, my dude, and talk about it.
So I'm not going to go big yet with the main event, the obvious best story of WrestleMania. So I'm going to go with the second best, in my opinion. I'm going to go with the Mysterios. I'm going to go Dom and Ray. I fucking love it, dude. Like, and on our show, Marcus, he hates Dominic. And I absolutely love Dominic right now. This is the best I've seen Dominic as far as gimmicks goes. He was so against the whole turn against Ray joining Judgment Day, and I was the exact opposite. I was so for him turning on Ray, turning on Edge, and joining Judgment Day.
There we go.
It's been awesome. I mean, it's been great, and I've been wanting this match with Ray at WrestleMania, and they teased it. He kept saying he's not going to hit his son, he's not going to fight his son. And then he finally does it on SmackDown. He lays him out right in front of his mom and his sister and says he accepts it. It was awesome, but this is the perfect match to put Dom over. If Ray is going to call it quits at some point, he's going to the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to go past the Hall of Fame. I think Dom has to do it.
Love it, brother. Love it. I love how Streets is cleaning up on camera.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you doing, bro?
I thought he was grabbing a Rey Mysterio mask.
I was like his Eloy Jimenez crushes baseballs.
Oh.
I clean my beers up on
My
camera.
wife is gonna yell at me. I gotta do
No.
it now.
So I hate like. So here's a funny thing.
OCD.
Like if I look around after I get like a couple cans or something in my, I hate it. Like it looks messy. My desk looks messy, and it drives me nuts. So no matter what, I have to drop what I'm doing, and I have to clean it because
That's
my
fair.
OCD kicks in, and it's like it has to get done right now, or you're not going to do
Yeah.
it. So I did it.
Streets, have you ever met Ritter?
No, that's a
You
good
guys actually all in the middle, all Chi-Town boys. We got
no.
well now Bensonville. We got upwards of the 59 area. What are you like? Lake in the Hills?
Lake
And
Zurich.
no, not you.
Oh,
Not you. Now you're Lake Zurich, but formerly the Elgin area. And Greydon is Lake in the Hills. That's what I was saying. Very close proximity, all of you guys.
to be
That's
fair,
cool.
I've been everywhere: South Holland, Hoffman Estates, Elgin,
Belgium.
Chicago,
Yeah.
all over.
I'm in Carroll's stream, so I'm not like divulging their information without giving you mine. I'm in Carroll's stream if you want to come get some. And,
Well, look at that.
Anywho.
Good to meet you guys, by the way.
yeah, Dominic versus Ray.
4 hours. I've been sitting here for 4 hours. Damn it! It started again.
Gotta
You
clean it
had
up.
a great night. We had a great night on Roto earlier. It was absolutely
That
fantastic.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good. Nick out of here killed it too, man. It's been a great day on the Bloodline Entertainment Network for sure.
It's always a great day on the Bloodline Entertainment Network. Every day,
It is.
7 days a week. There's something here.
And on Creatia World, 7 days a week on Creatia World. You guys kill it at noon every day, 6 days a week, just about. I don't want to like over promote you, Ritter, but you guys fucking slay that shit, dude. Like
Slay
5
it.
days a week. I did feel bad because I did hop in Roto Slappers chat. I think it was last week, thinking Tim was going to be there, and started talking shit and realized Tim wasn't on the show.
I was in the chat. It's okay.
So
It's okay. It's okay.
Was
No,
it a Wednesday or a weekend one? It depends.
It was a
was a
Wednesday
Wednesday.
with Blake, and Blake's
Ah.
like breathing, like having no idea what's going on. Like,
Poor
is someone
Blake.
talking shit to me? Someone is someone being mean to me? No, I'm just Justin, Dominic, Ray. What's your take, baby?
I'm just gonna say it straight up right now. I absolutely retract my card of saying that this was never gonna work for Dom. Holy shit, is this working? This is enjoyable as fuck. Like, I didn't expect that when Dom said he was gonna have to confront his mom, and that I didn't think she was gonna be there. I had no idea she was gonna be there last night. I thought she was gonna be home. He was gonna go home.
Yeah.
He was going to act like a little whiny bitch when he got there and be like, Mom, Dad's not having a match with me at WrestleMania. Make him change his mind or something like that. No, like, she was there. He got in her face. It pushed Ray to the limit where fucking lost my mind when he punched him in the face. Absolutely working. Again, I retract my statement the entire time. It's absolutely fantastic. It's been pure gold right now. It is so entertaining. Dom is fucking killing it right now. Ray finally nutted up and freaking did the thing. Like, can say now I'm looking forward to this match. I could say that I'm looking forward to it. And honestly, I think Dom's got to go over here. I think you got to give it to Dom. Like, Ray's going to the Hall of Fame, and it's going to have to be. I just can't see him still being active if he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I know that whole you got to be freaking retired thing to go in the Hall of Fame, but Ray's going to be like an active one. Like, this should be it. This is where Dom takes the reins, carries the Mysterio name. Ray doesn't have to keep freaking, going out there, and we don't have to see any more of this. Like, go out with one big hurrah, hand his mask over to his son. He doesn't even have to put the mask on. Like, it could literally just be part of his entrance when he comes out. Like, he doesn't have to wear the mask constantly to wrestle. Again, I'm all in for this now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, love it. Jeremy, what's your take, my dude?
The punch, was it yesterday, right? Yeah.
Last night.
Last night was incredible. The build up to it, week after week, him declining to punch his son, saying it was a disgrace to his family and stuff like that. It leading up to the actual punch last night was so good, and you could hear how invested the crowd was with that pop because he punched him. Like it was like everyone wanted Ray to punch him for weeks, months now, and he refused. But I have to agree with everyone so far that said I don't see a reason why Ray wins. This is the part where Dominic shows what he has in store. This is Dominic's moment. As much as he is quite possibly one of the most hated person on the roster, this is his moment. As it's his moment. He wins this match. There should be no reason why Ray wins this.
Just think what it'll be like when he turns face.
Ray's moment is the Hall of Fame. Then he has to go in the next night and give his son his moment.
Yo, no. I disagree with you wholeheartedly. Ray's moment is losing a WrestleMania match
to his son.
Fucking son.
Yep.
God. Dude, my insides fucking melt. I'm a fucking loser. I can never lose a fucking match at WrestleMania to my son. But goddamn, if I was so good as Rey Mysterio to be able to lose a match at WrestleMania to my son and pass the torch, the Hall of Fame is nothing. That is everything. My God. Streets, Ray or Dom?
So, I heard this. This is a good one. So when I got introduced to Dominic when he came out there with Ray when it first all happened. Didn't really know much about him, if he was good. Basically, as a casual, I could tell you is this. I asked myself every time he came out there, what the fuck is this dude doing here? Because he's awful. I was like, is he just because he's Ray's kid? Is that why I got to watch him keep coming out here week after week after week? Like, it was bad. It wasn't entertaining at all. But then the Judgment Date or whatever thing happened, right? And then I was like, oh, now he's coming into form a little bit. And now he's gotten so much better since that early just first impression he gave me of God, you're trash type thing. I agree. He's gotten to a point where like, yeah, this is the time you pass the torch. I think it's a honor, like you just said, to lose to your kid at WrestleMania, because it's the same thing as the Austin Theory Cena thing, right? The raise the picture, the moment, that picture will go up in their house for the rest of their life, where it was like, my old ass just passed it on. It's his torch now. Go take it, Dom, and you go run with it. So yeah, love Dominic.
Yeah, Dom all day. Nick?
After they finally built him from where I saw him for the first time, you can't. Yeah. Plus, and now it's time to keep him.
God. To Dom versus Seth and COVID to now, yeah, dude, not even close. Yeah, Dom wins this all day. Nick,
it was really cool to hear Street's perspective, because that's that's what we see. Obviously, we know a little more because we watch it every week, but we saw that too. Like, come on, what's Dom going to do? This is just blah. And then Rhea comes into the picture. Judgment Day comes in the picture. It's like, okay. And then even Ray, even Dom, you see that he's gaining muscle. He lost a lot of weight. He's in it. He wants to do this. And that's where I start believing in Dom. And I'm with you guys. It's got to be Dom. I thought the only issue I have with this is it cooled down after Clash of the Castle. And that was such a peak, such a high moment. And I thought they could do more with that. But Ray goes to SmackDown. And then I don't know what happens. But yeah, no doubt in my mind, Dom wins here. And I'm with you too, Dylan. If the Bloodline is the best storyline right now in wrestling, this is second best. This is just, I'm so intrigued. I'm so interested in this. And last night was just phenomenal. I felt that as a fan. I felt that. Shut up, Mom. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this is going, man. And this is where I wanted to go. Took a little, longer than I expected, but Dom's winning, no doubt in my mind.
See, he's playing chess always, right? You can't have this match without the Eddie Guerrero, Maury.
There you go.
Yo, when Ray punched him last night, and I had really not too much care about this, but when Ray punched him last night, man,
Yeah.
it definitely
You're in it.
my fucking nipples. Greydon, what's your thoughts on this, man?
Oh, Dom wins, but I mean, I can see Conan coming out with Ray like a Filthy Animals LWO thing. If it's Ray's last send off, why not bring back the LWO for one night only?
The No Limit Soldiers
with him. Yeah, and then because Dom will have Priest in his corner, so you have the two representatives there canceling each other out. To the ultimate fact of both of the Dom and Ray was be like, we could do this ourselves.
Yeah.
Go back out of the mutual side of respect, and then all of a sudden, I don't see Ray giving Dom the mask afterwards. I see Dom ripping it off of his father's head.
Damn.
And going over like he literally does his finisher, rips off the mask, pins him, stands above him, mask in his hand. Just like that, with his foot over his dad's head to try and hide it because of the whole Lucha Libre thing.
Does he do the 619? What is his finisher?
Frog splash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ritter, Sub Mysterio, Poppy Mysterio, Mommy, probably not on the outside. What do you got?
Like, just because everyone said Dom and I'm an asshole, I really want to just be like, you're all wrong. It's Ray, but it should be Sub Mysterio. You guys made all the points.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense for Ray. Vince last night on our show was trying to say, oh, he doesn't want to see Ray retire after this, so he thinks Ray should win. He wants this to be a kicking off point for a longer feud down the line, have this go on to SummerSlam. I'm like, I don't want to fucking see that. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I love the hit and all that, but I do not want to see this dragged out another 6 months. I don't want to see anything after this. My only thought is if Dom wins and Ray doesn't retire, maybe we get to a point to where they reunite, they win the tag team titles, and because I believe what Ray said was he always wanted to tag with his son, and that's when he wanted to hand over the mask to Dom when he retired after, winning tag titles or doing something with his son. So if he doesn't retire, maybe we lead to that where the Judgment Day breaks up, they get back together, they have a tag title run, they lose the belts, Ray leaves, gives Dom his mask. But it only makes sense for Dom to win. You've literally wasted my time for the last however months calling Rey Mysterio a pussy week after week, over and over and over again, to get this one moment to then have him beat his son, and then just be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Big facts for sure. And now I'm going to spin it around the circle, and I'm going to go to Nick.
Hey.
You pick a topic, and you talk about it. A match, a WrestleMania match, a topic around wrestling. I don't really care what you talk about, but talk about it, baby.
Let's talk Rhea and Flair.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm more intrigued, and I think this is as simple as Dom and Ray, too. I think Rhea has to go over. But I just don't know how that happens. I know she goes over, but why and how? That's where I want to discuss. That's the topic I want to discuss. How does it happen? I mean, is Rhea still with Judgment Day during this, this feud? I don't know if she's on the path to WrestleMania, on the road to WrestleMania by herself, or is Judgment Day behind her? That's what let's discuss that. What do we see? Obviously, I don't know. It's not obvious to many, maybe not all of you, but it's obvious to me that Rhea is going to go over here. But how? That's the question. Let's talk about that.
Cool. Let's swing it down to Ritter, up to Greydon, Dylan, and up to the boys. So, Ritter, you first, man.
They have done a terrible fucking job of building all 3 women's matches at WrestleMania. The build has been fucking awful for all 3. The only reason I care about RheaRipley versus CharlotteFlair is because RheaRipley won the Women's Rumble. And I am one of these staunch supporters of the fact that if you win the Rumble, you main event WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck what the best story is or who's a tag team. That is what they said, so that's what the fuck you do. And that's just where I stand on it. It's going to tie into something else we're going to talk about, seeing as I didn't miss much. It all kind of hinges on what happens in the Hell in a Cell match. If Finn loses to Edge, Rhea wins the women's title, Dom beats Ray, Priest isn't even on the fucking show. That may hinge on, the Judgment Day starting to break apart and go their separate ways. Dom is kind of his own man after beating his father. He might stick with Rhea, but Finn and the rest and Priest might go, away. It might be a Eddie China sort of deal with just Dom and Rhea, and we let Finn and Priest move on from that. They have a lot of options they can go through. I think Rhea wins, and I think Rhea wins clean.
Nice.
Love it. Greydon, let's swing up to you as the casual and move over to Dylan. What's your thought on this match?
I agree with what Ritter was saying. You don't have someone go in to the Rumble at number 1, win it, to go to WrestleMania. That's your storyline right there, not to win the match. She's the first woman to go from 1 to 30 and win the Rumble. That's the only qualification she needs to beat Charlotte Flair. I did something you could never do.
No.
She goes over cleanly, and I agree. This is going to be the starting of the disformation of Judgment Day. Dom gets his prize, Rhea gets her prize, Mommy and Poppy are together. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I dig it. I didn't even consider it that way. 1 to 30, the first one to do it, and take your belt, bitch, in the main event. I love it. Dylan.
So yeah, I 100% agree with the last two saying that, the winner of the Royal Rumble should main event WrestleMania. But I'll go back to Mania 34 in New Orleans. I attended that Nakamura won the Royal Rumble, and then we were delivered a snooze fest with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns as the main event. So if I learned anything right there, they're going to give it to the best story, obviously, over the Royal Rumble winner, which I don't really agree with. I think it should be the Royal Rumble winner, should be RheaRipley and Charlotte Flair main event night 1. But they're going to give it to Sammy and KO against the Usos. But
No, they confirmed it. I think they confirmed
this is
Charlotte
the main
Flair.
event.
Yeah.
Night 1.
I disagree with it.
Yeah, I disagree.
So I
too.
think I think this only thing is I think this only thing is for Rhea to get her revenge on Charlotte from the pandemic WrestleMania with Charlotte beating her for the NXT title. I think Rhea long term gets her revenge on Charlotte and wins the SmackDown Women's title.
Yeah, love it. Jeremy?
Everyone's basically said the same thing. I'm going to agree with everyone else. I think there should be no reason why Rhea doesn't win this. Charlotte's reign has been like everyone else's like every other Charlotte Flair title reign. See, Charlotte doesn't do anything for me as well. As much as she is this big star and this big name for the women's division, she just doesn't do it for me. She's just the same thing over and over again.
Boo.
She wins. She goes, "Hey, I'm the upper echelon. Look at me. I'm gonna hold the title and not really do much with it until I defend it and gonna make it look important. But in reality, I'm not really gonna do much with it besides defend it a couple times and then maybe lose it early, maybe hold it for 5 months. But again, there should be no reason why Rhea doesn't win this, because she won the Royal Rumble from 1 to 30. This is her big moment. This is her redemption moment because of what happened a couple of years of COVID mania. And again, there should be no reason why she doesn't win.
Charlotte Flair is the Hulk Hogan of WWE 2023.
No.
Except she's talented.
Charlotte
Is she though? Is she though?
Yes, she is.
Charlotte Flair has to lose in order to beat her father's record.
There you
mediocre,
go.
mediocre at best promos, worst moonsault in fucking wrestling.
That's bullshit.
Walks through matches every fucking week.
Because she has
No.
no
weekly
talent to
television.
live up to her caliber.
That was Chauncey's fault. Get
There's
out of
no
here.
That was
one
not
that can live up to
Shotzi's
her.
fault.
Yes, it was.
Justin.
That was 40% effort from Charlotte Flair. Get the
That's a
fuck
bunch
out
of bullshit. And you
I
know
do
it.
agree. It was probably 62% effort from Charlotte,
This
but
is great.
she's got no one the caliber of her to work with. Justin.
This is great.
Everybody has basically just said everything that needed to be said about it. Like, yes, this is clearly going to be the main event because, yes, it should be kind of the main event. I still think the best story should be the main event, but I understand.
Ooh.
You won the Rumble, you main event. Okay, understandable. Rhea needs to win this. It's the story. Listen, the build for this sucks. Absolutely garbage. But
Because of
the
Charlotte,
story-
right, Raider?
the one story that still lingers there right now that they have not brought up yet is Rhea getting to right the wrong that was Pandemic Mania. It's not that hard. There's nothing else that needs to be told in that story except for I'm gonna beat you because you had to beat me and freaking use your freaking power to freaking go over me when you didn't need it at all. You're Charlotte Flair. You shouldn't be beating me. I'm gonna be beating you. And this is her way to right that wrong right now. And that's the only story that really needs to be told going with this whole thing. But they've just been like, oh, let's just have them cut promos and stare at each other and, have Dom apparently be the guy to come out there and talk to Charlotte instead of Rhea. Like, it's just, build sucks. Still got one glaring reason to give a shit about this somewhere. I don't give a shit about Charlotte. I think she's garbage. She doesn't give anything to anybody. She moves like a fucking robot. She talks like a fucking robot. Like, she is awful. She is the worst. She's the worst part of the women's division, no matter what. I will say it every time. I don't care if anybody freaking agrees or not. I think she is awful. She can go the hell away and never come back. Like, Rhea needs to win this. I can see her winning clean with this because the thing that kind of gives me this whole Rhea kind of winning clean thing, because if you watch after her match with Bayley, she gave Becky that thanks for the help thing, like looking at her like that. So it kind of gives me this whole, like, is Rhea kind of going face thing? Like, I don't really know yet, but she gave that look. Yeah. And that kind of gives me that kind of like she might be kind of turning. Judgment Day might be kind of coming to an end a little bit. So I just think Rhea beats her clean. And she should.
How you say her name.
I know. I was going to say that.
Yeah,
I don't like saying Rhea because it's just every time I hear Rhea, I'm just like, it makes you literally sound like you're calling her diarrhea.
But that is her name.
No, it's Ritter. That is her name. Streets.
Look.
Yeah, he's been dying. Let's hear it.
Streets, I thought you loved Charlotte. You hate Charlotte.
What? Oh, no. You should know me by now. You knew I'd never, ever, ever, ever. Look, Charlotte is the queen. And the
you
queen
love Roman.
That I like. Yes, true. But Charlotte is a queen, right?
Yeah.
But she's a queen of one thing. Queen of the least memorable woman championships runs of all time, because that's what Charlotte is the queen of. So here's what's gonna Rhea. Obviously, she's gonna win this one. That's basically what it boils down to. And then Charlotte, she's gonna go back on vacation and drink margaritas and take pictures on Instagram for the next 4 months. She's gonna come back out of nowhere. And then she's going to win a title again that first night she comes back on some random show. And it's all just to keep tallying up that title count to get to the point that where you need to get to. But then every time she wins a title and she loses it, you don't even remember the last time she won it, because that's how unmemorable all of her runs have been. Yeah, Rhea wins it. Charlotte, always.
That's a good point, though.
I'm just trying to figure out what part of her father's legacy she's carrying on. Is she sexually harassing stewardesses on planes, or like?
Oh God!
She just naked under the robe, walking around, swinging her tits in the air, and fucking Cabo or whatever the fuck.
Ritter, I don't think she can swing those. They're nice, but I don't think she can swing them.
They don't move. She tries.
Right. They're just stuck there. Right.
Look, Tim, I know you love her, and she could be okay in the ring.
I do love her. I do.
She's just so half into like.
She is one of. She's not
her
one of.
She's gonna pop, and then she'll be out the next 10 months again, and then.
Well, that did happen.
A title that she'll come back that night.
We do some, but she is a top 3 woman wrestler of all time. There's no doubt about it.
That's fine, but at the end of the day,
her, Becky, and Trish, and Lita, China, top 5. Yeah. There's no like competition. It's them. That's it. Like it's those 5.
If you ask a cat,
Moolah, Mae Young, maybe throw them in there. But this match, it's Rhea. It's Rhea all motherfucking day. It's not even close. I hope and pray Judgment Day doesn't break up. Mommy needs Judgment Day. Dominic needs Mommy, and
Rhea does not need Judgment Day. Rhea outgrew Judgment Day within like 2 months of
Judgment Day needs Mommy though. But Judgment Day needs Mommy. So,
but we don't need Judgment Day.
But Judgment Day needs Mommy.
But we don't need Judgment Day. We need Dominic and Rhea. We don't need Finn doing his wannabe gangster bullshit. We don't need Damian Priest never being on fucking TV of anything significant.
You're right. You're right. Yo, Ritter, everything you said is facts. All I want is this, okay? All I want is this. I want Rhea and Becky at SummerSlam. I want Rhea and Bianca at 40. That's all I want out of all this.
And you know why that's all you want? Because Charlotte's not as good as you've been saying she is. Otherwise, she would have been in that discussion at some point for one of those big
I want
matches.
Charlotte and Bianca at 42. My dream 40 is Rhea versus Becky, Charlotte versus Bianca. That's my dream 40. That's my dream 40. Those are the 4 best in the company. By far and away, the 4 best in the company. Rhea, Bianca, Charlotte, Becky. No one touches them. Who?
Bailey.
I'm the biggest Bubble Butt fan in the world, but she don't touch them.
Io Sky, Asuka.
Yes.
Mandy Rose. The return of Mandy Rose.
Asuka's the closest thing. All right, who else got Charlotte versus Rhea before we move on to the next topic?
Well, I just think it's interesting that Judgment Day might have the biggest weekend of all.
3 singles matches.
Yeah, and they're just going to break up the next day? Like, I don't know, man.
If they lose.
If they lose. That's
all right. I'm going to bring this topic up myself. I'll bring it up myself since we're talking about Judgment Day. We just talked about Dominic versus Ray. We just talked about Rhea versus Charlotte. So, you know what? I haven't brought a topic up. I'll bring it up right now. Let's do it.
Had something real quick.
If Finn wins, I can see them going Monday night. And we've been talking that Jay White will return on Raw to face to win the United States title. What happens if he goes, takes out Finn, and becomes the new leader of Judgment Day and rebrands it as something completely different?
That would be cool.
I'd be down. I'd be down, but the problem is I think that's total fantasy booking. So while we're talking about the Judgment Day, we just talked about Sub Mysterio winning. We all agreed that he wins. We all just agreed Rhea wins. So fuck it. It ain't my topic, but I'm gonna bring it up just so we can keep it here. Finn Balor versus the Edge. Edge challenged the Demon. He said, "The devil is coming." Finn Balor versus Edge. Ritter, who do you got?
This is the weirdest fucking match, all right? Because I am excited for Edge's entrance. I am excited to see the Demon Finn Balor. I am excited for Hell in a Cell. But I am not excited for another Finn Balor versus Edge match. Like, all of the components of what I would love are there, yet the build to this, to get to this point, I get it's like the rubber match and all that. I don't like... Finn doesn't get anything from beating Edge at this point. Like, if Finn is the Demon and he defeats Edge, what does that do for him in Judgment Day? Nothing. If Edge defeats Finn, unless Judgment Day breaks up, what does that do for Edge other than he finally got his retribution that he technically got in the last match for them taking out Beth Phoenix? Like, I don't really see an upside at all for this match, period. But I am excited to see the Demon in Hell in a Cell against a form of Brood Edge with fire and brimstone and Gangrel's music and all sorts of fun, dumb shit, because that's right up my alley. So I'm going to go Edge.
Ooh, so the Demon loses back-to-back matches. Love it. Love it.
If we even get the Demon. They've teased us, but they have not confirmed it is the Demon Finn Balor versus Edge. They have just dropped the term Demon, and all of us we're all getting our fucking hard-ons ready, and we might be sorely disappointed when that pussy
even though Edge specifically said the devil verse the Demon. Those were his words, not mine. Those were his words.
Yeah. Again, they did not confirm it was the Demon Finn Balor. There's not been a graphic that shows the Demon Finn Balor. WWE has not said that. They've just said it in promos, and we are all getting raging hard-ons. And when you find out that they've got their period, we ain't getting shit this week.
Well, that's discouraging. That's real fucking discouraging. Motherfucker.
WWE has done it before.
Who you got winning this match?
Yeah, you know what? This is another interesting match just because a few weeks ago, Taker said Edge was given the opportunity to break the streak, and Edge said no to that. And this may be Edge's last WrestleMania, and I don't see how it can't be. I just don't see how Finn Balor loses here. I just don't understand it. I think Edge understands wrestling, understands the concept of what needs to happen here. So I got Finn just because of that reason, just because I just don't see – it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what happens if Edge wins. If Finn wins, it's, wow, what a fucking weekend Judgment Day had, I don't know. I think Edge understands the sacrifice that he needs to make. Yeah, it's going to be, his last WrestleMania. I mean, again, I don't see him going to Philadelphia. I think he's done here. I got Finn. I really do. And I think it's, it makes the most sense to me.
You also think he's a great wrestler, so.
Say that again?
I said you also think Charlotte's a fantastic wrestler, so.
Yeah, and we don't have to get into that. I think that's common sense.
Yeah. She is great. She is great. Great.
You just don't like her last name. You don't like that she's had the opportunities that she's had.
I have never held anything against her for using her last name. I don't hold anything against second-generation superstars. Bray Wyatt is a second-generation superstar. I fucking love him. That has nothing to do with it. I think she puts on half-ass matches the majority of the time because, as Tim said, she has a perception that she doesn't need to work hard because nobody's on her level, which is not true.
It's kind of true.
I think she has a flat ass and a terrible moonsault, and she has a subpar promo coming from the king of promos, who is her father. She comes out there every week and says dumb shit and bores the shit out of you on the mic every fucking week. She is not the superstar everyone claims her to be because she has the last name and she does a figure eight and she is extremely athletic.
And she has a flat
only
ass.
Showcases it half the time. She does not have
flat.
What fat ass?
No, you said flat.
Oh, flat. I thought you said and she has a
flat. So like, yeah, I'm with it. Justin's like, I've been saying it. And I'm like, no, she's goated, baby.
So that's the reason, because she has a flat ass.
Greydon.
And all of the other things I said.
Just overrated.
Yes.
That's
Greydon. Who do you got in this match?
Hell and So intrigues me. I'm going to no contest. Neither man is able to get up after a bump off the top of the cell.
There you go. I like it.
And it extends the feud to SummerSlam in Detroit.
Yuck.
But that sounds like them.
Poor Ritter.
It sounds like WWE booking right there.
Greydon is used to Vince, dude. Greydon is Vince booking left and right. Dylan, talk to us about this match, baby.
Yeah, as far as Judgment Day goes, I think Nick, you couldn't have said it any better. I think Judgment Day has the potential, minus Damian Priest, to have one of their best weekends at WrestleMania, and all three members competing in singles matches could potentially all get wins. So really, I think Finn Balor has the most to gain out of it by defeating a Hall of Famer like Edge, who could be, and let's be honest, wrestling in his last WrestleMania. So what better way to send him out of WrestleMania than by defeating him? So I think Finn has the most to gain out of it. Really and truly, neither of them has a lot to gain from this. But I think Finn, if you look at it, I think he has a little bit more of an edge. No pun intended on that one. to go over and to win. So yeah, I'm gonna go Finn Balor.
Hashtag flat ass.
Hashtag no pun intended. Finn Balor wins. Justin, who wins this match?
So, this is really tough. It's really tough because it's like, does Judgment Day have, like Nick said, does Judgment Day have an awesome weekend? Or is it just Edge wins and we just get this shit over with? It's really tough. We were talking about Judgment Day like splitting up. Like I don't think it happens immediately. I can see it happening over time, like Rhea and Dom moving on from them. It's just this whole match here is just really, really difficult because it's like what really happens here? Like who really benefits out of anything? Like is Finn about to do anything massive after he beats Edge? Probably not. Is Edge gonna freaking still be around after he beats Finn? Probably not. Like it's so.
That's a good point.
I would think you basically go, if this is Edge's last WrestleMania, you give it to Finn because you know Finn's still going to be around. I say you basically just go Finn. Like I'm pumped for this shit. If we do get Demon versus like Brood Edge, that's fucking awesome because I want to see what Judgment Day Demon Balor is. Probably going to be dope as fuck. But like I said, this whole thing is like, what do you do here?
Yeah,
this is really tough. I basically say just go with Finn. Go with Finn and wrap this up.
I have a question for the group. Honest question. What would you rather see? Roman Reigns and or Cody Rhodes, whoever's champion at the end of this, which we'll get to, versus Judgment Day Finn Balor or Edge?
Finn. All day.
Judgment Day Finn Balor, not Finn Balor based on who the fuck Finn Balor is and every gangster wannabe Finn Balor with the fucking bandana hanging out of the back and not really being the leader of the group. Finn Balor, that Finn Balor, the guy that's in Judgment Day right now, versus Roman or Cody, or Edge versus Roman or Cody.
Ritter, only if Edge turned heel. I already saw this bullshit lame face versus Roman. I don't need to see it again. If Edge turned heel and was Concerto Edge, was the Edge who attacked John Cena at Elimination Chamber with Lita, was that Edge, then I will take Edge versus fucking Cody in that first feud after Cody beats Roman all fucking day. But if it's this pussified fucking Edge with this fake bullshit fucking faux hawk and whatever this is, no thanks. Give me fucking bandana out of your ass, Finn.
Okay.
It's going to be bandana out of the ass, Finn. Just because Cody could get the OC on his side, and there you go. You have a three-man feud right there.
Yo, but speaking out loud, that Cody face versus that heel Edge, like if Edge did one more heel run, which he should do, but if he did that, or imagine if Randy came back as a heel just one time. God damn. Cody versus Edge heel, Cody versus Randy heel. We'll talk about it,
But Justin brought up a good point too. Like, what does Finn get out of this if he wins? Right? Like,
he could go wrestle Cody for 2 months. Okay, so he loses. So what? At least he gets a world title program.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
And that's what I was getting at. Does anyone really want to see that though? Like, do you really want to see Finn Balor in this incarnation with the Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes? Is that a feud that we are excited for and looking forward to? That's what I was getting at.
But Ritter, at the same question, let me ask you, who would we be excited for Cody to go feud against? Who do we want that to be against? Seth again? Drew? Bobby? Like, who is it? Is it heel Finn? Maybe that's okay for 2 months. Like, maybe that's a good little program. Hey, Judgment Day just won 3 matches at WrestleMania. Finn Balor is Finn fucking Balor. Like, I was a leader of the Bullet Club. No, I was a leader of the Bullet Club. Like, hey, I mean, 2 months. Like,
I do like the Edge idea. That's really cool. I could see that. Edge and Cody.
That would be really cool too. If he turned heel and like went that route, that would be fun too.
The thing is, though, I don't think Edge needs to win to get a match with Cody. Edge is kind of at that status.
True.
Even if he lost, you'd still see him thrown in there with Cody.
You know what? Why not Charlotte and Cody?
Charlotte and Cody at SummerSlam is going down. Who is the most legacy? I said that the other day in our chat. That's going to happen. But Jeremy, this match, Finn Balor, Edge, Demon, Devil, who wins?
Well, I hope that they get all dazzled up with the paint and whatever Edge wants to do, and we get the actual tagline, what everyone is expecting and wanting and hoping for. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I think that this WrestleMania is going to be the weekend of Judgment Day. Like, we're going to get, like we talked about, we're going to get Dom beating his father. We're going to get Rhea winning the SmackDown Women's title. We're going to get Finn Balor beating Edge inside of Hell in a Cell. Hell, if you even want to give Damian Priest a little consolation prize, put him in the Andre Battle Royal. Have him win that. Have all four of them do something of purpose of purpose.
Yeah, purpose.
At WrestleMania. Give him a win, and then you're like, you bolstered up Judgment Day even more than they already are, to a point that they're like on the verge of becoming an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
We haven't had, besides the Bloodline, an unstoppable force faction on Raw in a very, very long time. Besides, I guess, maybe like the Hurt Business, but that didn't last long.
Yeah.
So why not give all four of them that big win at WrestleMania weekend?
Yeah.
And next night on Raw, you're going to see the four winners, basically three winners, in the ring at the same time, and you're going to be like, okay, now they're a big deal.
Yeah.
You see SmackDown Women's Champion, you see a guy who just beat his father in the middle of the ring, and you see a guy who just beat a Hall of Famer inside of Hell in a Cell. So, like, Finn Balor needs to win this, in my opinion.
Love it. Streets, you got anything to add to this before we go to the next topic?
You know what? In my head, I was thinking something different, and then he just said what he said, and it kind of swayed me a little bit. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, that kind of makes more sense to me as a casual, because I heard. Is it? You think it's really Edge's final?
I know.
It?
No.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
One more year left.
Okay,
full year.
So I was like, man, for a comeback that was as electrifying as his was, especially in that Rumble, it's been a lackluster return for me as a casual, right? So it's like, is this really it? Mm-hmm. Like, he loses to this Finn, to the Judgment Day Finn. That's how he goes out. Like, it can't be that way for him. So if this is really his last match, it's one of those rare circumstances to me where you just flip it and let Edge at least have his moment or something like that. It's not gonna hurt Finn moving forward. So be one of those to me.
That's a good point.
If it's not his last, then
yeah,
I like what he just said about the Judgment Day thing. You got to do something better for Edge to go out before he goes out.
Yeah. You let just Finn get the win. Edge can turn heel. It doesn't matter for Edge. He can go a month from now, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Vice versa too. Doesn't matter if Finn wins, or like, it doesn't matter. He's going to continue on doing what he wants. He's backed by Triple H. It's a good one. This is tough, man. It really is. And you really think Edge's got at least one more year, Tim?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. At least one more year.
I would love to see him retire in Philly.
He is chiseled as fuck still, dude. Other than his stupid haircut, he looks fucking fantastic, dude. He can go.
I also think he said he wanted to go out in Canada, like one of his last. I think the last time he was there, he said this might be the last time I'm in Canada or something like that, or the next time I'm in Canada might be the last time I'm ever wrestling in Canada. Yeah. So,
and it doesn't have to be Mania in Philly, Tim. He could. What Ritter said,
he can go out in a SummerSlam if it's in Canada. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I feel like you got to give something better.
Let me ask you guys, because as you know, I get a little toss as we get going on these things.
No.
Who hasn't picked a topic yet?
I picked 2 back to back, so I'm
All
out.
right, Ritter. I was going to go with Ritter next. That was going to be my next. Jeremy, you're like my tag team partner, so you can be on the back burner. Ritter, you.
Let's
Pick
talk
a
about
match.
the guy
Charlotte.
that I want to see lose his title so that he can go on to face CodyRhodes. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew in the triple threat.
Let's go. Let's go.
I personally, just for because I like shit like this, would love to see Sheamus walk out Intercontinental Champion, become Grand Slam Champion, and free up Gunther to move on to the Austrian versus American Rocky IV feud that I am looking for, where Gunther is just chopping that repaired titty right off Cody's chest. That's what I want to see. So I'm going Sheamus in that match for the Intercontinental part, and then I'd love to see Gunther versus Cody afterwards with Cody as champion.
Oh, God, that's fucking juicy. Nick, what do you got, man?
Yeah, we talked about this earlier today after Out of Here podcast. We just shoot the shit. We just
Shot the shit.
Shoot.
We just talked some wrestling. It's intriguing because, yeah, Sheamus makes the most sense, but why have Sheamus and why have a triple threat match and Gunther lose? Like, I don't know. I think it just seems too obvious for that to happen. I would love to see Sheamus get this and, you know, become the Triple Crown. I don't know if it makes sense at WrestleMania. I think we're looking at it because it's the grandest stage, and, you know, Sheamus this would be really cool if Sheamus got it. I don't know. I think it would be cool for Drew to win or Gunther. I'm really undecided here. This is a tough one. If I had to, I would go with Gunther. I think.
You don't think that Gunther set it up a little bit by getting in Adam Pearce's face Friday and saying,
yeah,
why would you put me in a match
yeah.
where I could lose, kind of foreshadowing that he might lose that way, and then that might be his I didn't lose, they took it away from me, and then move on to Cody?
Yep. That's why I said it seems to be too obvious.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like Flair, you know.
I know Justin's screaming about it, but unfortunately, Justin, Greydon, what's your thoughts on this?
Two things are going to happen from this match. Sheamus will win, which will set up a feud between him and Pete Dunne. Yes, I said Pete Dunne, not Butch, because if the rumors are true, they're referring him back to Pete Dunne.
Nice.
So what better way to do it is have him go down to NXT for a little bit, then come back, face Sheamus for the IC title, and Gunther moves on, the Ring General versus the Nightmare, the American Nightmare, versus the Austrian Nightmare of Gunther Cody. That's the outcome of this match. Sheamus wins, becomes a Grand Slam, sets up 2 different programs. And Drew just goes back to being what he was, even in Impact, just there.
Damn.
He ain't wrong.
Wow.
Damn.
Dylan.
So I'm gonna go with Sheamus to become a Grand Slam champion. I think the only reason why they inserted Drew into the match is to eat the pin and have Gunther still look strong in this match. And I think Gunther, even though he won't take the pin, I think they're going to move him on to bigger, better things to go against Cody. And I think that this is the proper way to maybe split the championships, keep Cody on Raw and have Gunther as the Universal Champion on SmackDown. I think that's the perfect way that they should split the championships, because I mean, to have him be an undisputed champion was a horrible idea from the get-go for Roman. So now this is, I think, just a great way to split them is to have Gunther go against Cody at some point, and that's the way that they put a title in each brand.
Dig it.
I think I said Triple Crown too, by the way.
You did, but we all know you meant Grand Slam. It's okay, Nick. We don't hold you to it.
You been drinking wine again, Nick?
I had half a bottle.
I'm sure I've flooded my words a couple of times. I'm not going to fucking hold it against you, dude.
I got to be getting there at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure. Justin, what do you think, brother?
Let's hear it.
So, first off, this match is gonna fucking slap. It's gonna be a fight. 1,000%. Banging and slapping at the same time. I say go Sheamus. I don't see why you wouldn't. This is Sheamus's. Just have Sheamus win, get the Grand Slam at WrestleMania by pinning Drew. Keeps Gunther safe from taking a pin right now. Drew has been booked still incredibly strong and can get brought down a little bit by taking the pin from Sheamus here. I honestly think this is how you get Gunther towards the world title, but I honestly don't believe we're going to get Gunther and Cody.
Yeah, who knows if Cody's going to win, right? Like you're doing this fantasy booking because Sheamus.
I believe Cody's going to win.
They have I
just can see it happening where Cody's going to win both titles, come out on Monday, and basically tell everybody, hey, I completed the story. But there's one glaring thing here that just feels like it shouldn't be here. Looks over at the Universal title, has Adam Pearce come out. He forfeits the Universal Championship. You have a tournament over on SmackDown to determine your Universal Championship. Yes.
Drew wins.
I accept that one because I like the sound of that. You have Drew win the Universal Championship in the tournament and then have Gunther take it off of him.
I love it, man. Sign me the fuck up.
Yes.
Now split your titles up finally. You get Gunther winning a championship, your world champion for SmackDown. Cody's your world champion for Raw. You are off to the fucking races.
Are you sure Jemery didn't write that for you?
No, and with that, you give Drew his big moment to win the tournament in front of the fucking live crowd. So you get Drew over, and then Gunther beats him at SummerSlam, getting him over. It fucking goes twofold. So fucking big, gets two guys over, dude.
Yeah.
And plus the Cody thing we didn't even talk about yet.
Just picture the final of that tournament being on SmackDown and how big that SmackDown would be.
Just wait for Drew to go over Gunther, though, hypothetically. And everyone's like, oh, Gunther got the loss. And then Gunther just to go over Drew. And then they feud for fucking 4 months over that belt. Oh,
good Lord.
But that all has to happen. So Sheamus has to win for that to happen.
Sheamus has to win. Cody has to win. Relinquish a belt. They have a tournament on SmackDown that Drew has to win. That Gunther has to then go ahead and beat Drew, and then they have to go back and forth on it. There's 5 things that need to happen for that to happen. But
what about Charlotte?
Well,
what about Charlotte? What the fuck about Charlotte?
I'm joking. Come on.
Charlotte's wrestling Cody at SummerSlam in the middle of all of this, I think.
Charlotte can go back to fucking Andrade and they can both be off TV for a little bit and I'll be fine.
You can also go get her software update while she's there as well.
I think she did get her software update. I was looking at her last night. It looks like she reloaded
She did look reloaded all over the place for sure. Jeremy, what's your thoughts on this Intercontinental Championship match?
I'll keep it short-winded because it's agreeing with everyone else. Sheamus should win. He should become one of few ultimate Grand Slams that there's been in WWE. He's done everything he possibly could except for win the IC title. So just fucking give him the title. There should be no reason why you don't. It's right there. Just do it.
And it's been right there for fucking 9 months. And I 110% agree with this. Give Sheamus the belt. He pins Drew. It's over. Gunther goes on to bigger and better things. Drew goes on to that vacant Universal Championship, wins it. Drew versus Gunther at SummerSlam for the vacant Universal Championship. Sign me the fuck up. Jeremy, your topic, your match. What do you want, my dude?
I think it's time to talk about the big elephant in the room, and big is a key word here because I'm talking about Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Yes.
Here it comes.
What can I really say? Like Tim said earlier, I don't know why they didn't just push Brock and Bobby to WrestleMania, but if this was the big, I get that Brock Lesnar F5ing Omos is it's going to bring in millions of views on clips. I know it will. I know it will, because why
It's
wouldn't
like
it?
Hogan by slamming Andre. It's like
Exactly.
Hogan,
It's Hogan body slamming Andre. It's fucking. It's Brock Lesnar F5ing the Big Show type stuff. It's going to bring in views. That's all this match is for views. But I don't care about views. I know this match is going to stink the joint up. This match is going to go maximum 5 minutes. And it's going to suck. And I hate saying that because I quite possibly could be one of the biggest Brock Lesnar marks ever. I pop every single time that man's music hits. And I'm saying this match is gonna suck because of Omos. I hate it. And the thing is that I'm 50-50 about it. I don't know if Brock's winning or not. because either he wins or he's actually just going to retire and just put over Omos on the way out. I'm just going to go with the safe bet, say Brock Lesnar wins.
Yeah.
But if there's a possibility at all that Omos gets the Brock Lesnar rub in this situation, I don't even want to think about it. But it's a possibility, unfortunately.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, I'll take this.
Go.
The only issue I have here is I want this to be an ass-kicking match. And I'm just not getting that with the feud. I mean, they could have done so much more for this to just sell me on it. I understand what you said, Jeremy. The clicks, Tim, you're all about that. The clicks, the views.
All that matters.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. It really is. Because what I want is two fucking ass-kicking machines going at it, nonstop action. People have to, spread them, there's just something that we saw with Flair and Rhea last week on SmackDown. That's what I want. And we're not getting that. We're getting, I got a bigger fist than you. I am taller than you. I am just that much better. And I don't know. Sell me on something other than the obvious that Omos is bigger than Brock. I get that. I want something more. That's what I want.
Ritter's making me feel bad for fucking pumping drinks in my veins while he's pumping weights into his veins. While
I'm just doing what I'm going to do during that fucking match because I could give two shits about it. We're talking about it.
Yeah. That's how I feel too. I wish they would have done something other than almost holding his fist up and saying, I am bigger than you.
And just so you all know, when I say that I care about this match, I don't. All I'm saying is just like when I say it about the other company across the pond, or not even across the pond, across the dial, ratings matter. And when these two big boys chop it up, guess what? They get clicks, and that's all that matters.
The fucking clicks.
Yeah.
That's what that match is.
I don't care who wins.
I'm kidding.
Does anyone else feel like this is 2007 No Mercy with Batista versus Great Khali?
Yeah,
I feel like this is Big Show versus Akibono at WrestleMania.
In a Punjabi prison match? I mean,
that's closer because that actually gets clicks.
Right, Ritter.
Yeah.
Because that gets clicks. That is a click. That's a click.
Yeah.
Big Show versus Akibono in diapers. That's click.
I was gonna say, can we put Omos and Brock in diapers? Because then I'll watch this match.
No. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's fair. So no one other than me probably gives a fuck about this match, huh?
Correct.
Dylan?
I mean, Jeremy gave me a good workout. He spent like 5 minutes going on. I was waiting for him to stop so I could sit down, and I just had to sit down.
I listened. It still didn't feel like he cared. I felt like he brought it up just to say how much he didn't care.
Yeah.
But I digress.
How about you, Streets? You're the casual in this one. How about you?
I like Cowboy Brock. I love the version of Brock that
Yeah.
that we got to see at the end. I wish we saw more of this. I wish we would have saw more of this for a decade of the Brock Lesnar that we got to see here. But I just don't know what I don't know. Nothing really rings my bell here.
Is there a match that you
Love
care
Brock.
about looking at the card?
What's up?
I said, is there a match that you care about looking at the card?
Oh, hell yeah. There's one.
I know.
There's one. Definitely. My favorite of all time. My female goat. My favorite. The all-time. Trying to explain her the best way I can, because my hall pass also at the same time. Asuka, who by far needs a fucking WrestleMania moment and deserves one more than anyone at this point. She should get this match too. So I'm gonna go with Asuka over BiancaBelair.
Big
But let me
facts.
ask you this: as someone who loves Asuka, are you happy with the way they've built this match? Are you like,
No,
from what they've
because
shown you, are you excited for this match?
You know what? It's funny. I love you asked that because I don't think I've loved how they built her half the time in anything that she's ever done at this point. Like NXT Asuka, I watched NXT very briefly in my life, right? And that was the Asuka era. And then comes up, and I was super excited. And from that day forward, I've just like you said, I don't think they built anything with her as well as they should have. She deserved much better than she's probably gotten at this point. But
I agree with that.
so no, I don't think they built this one well at all. And I've only came in at the bitter end of this, and it's not that fun. So no.
Yeah.
She absolutely should have beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania.
Should have.
Yeah.
That was a
100%.
fucking slam dunk. She should have won that.
Big at 33. 33. Why did that happen? What the fuck? Streets, you and I were screaming about that, dude. That was awful. Awful.
It was a good match though. That was a fun one, but
Great match. Great match.
Yeah.
If you don't think Charlotte Flair can wrestle, go watch that match.
That was Charlotte's last good match. What was that? 6 years ago?
5 till like
yeah,
the day.
Asuka helps.
To the day. Who the day?
All right, boys, I'm out of here.
Love you.
Oh,
Peace.
don't talk bad about Charlotte anymore if you stay. I promise.
No, it's all a joke. Come on.
Okay.
It's like 12. What is it? 12:41 by you?
Yeah.
Look, that's late. I'm impressed.
My left
All right,
arm
boys.
isn't even tired yet.
Peace.
Later, brother.
Good night, Nick. Have a
Good.
good one, man.
All
But
right.
yeah, no.
Bianca
Jokes
versus
aside, I
Asuka.
had to bring up Asuka. I'm glad I got to bring that one up. It was just as the biggest stand here probably ever. I'm glad I got to bring that up.
Ritter, I still see you shake waiting. So what do you got to say about the Bianca versus Asuka?
I would love, Bianca has been a very dominant champion. I am not for these extremely long title reigns. I think you need to mix it up. Again, they have fucked up every single women's match build so far.
Mhm.
But I would love to see Asuka walk out as champion, get that moment at WrestleMania, maybe do something more with this new character that she hasn't really showcased since it debuted at the Rumble, because she has been in this lackluster build with Bianca that they really haven't put much thought or time into. Heel champion, clown Asuka, give it to me.
Sign me the fuck up. Let's go. Greydon, what's up, man?
Bianca doesn't need the title to stay relevant. You put it on Asuka. It puts Asuka up to the echelon where she should be with Bianca, Becky, Charlotte, Rhea. Because she is not there. Like the way they're booking her, she's not there. Like Streets was saying, she wasn't that NXT Asuka. That NXT Asuka could hold her own with Charlotte, Becky, Rhea, and all them. She's winning this title will push her up there, especially against Bianca.
You're dead on too. And the worst part is though, when they did bring her up, they gave her the Rumble, but she still put on bangers when they brought her up. So she carried other wrestlers in that sense, and then they gave her the fucking dude. Carmella's dude is who she had to deal with. Good God, I'm happy.
James Ellsworth, Nick's buddy. It's too bad Nick just left. Nick just canceled on Ellsworth. They get Ellsworth lined up, and he's like, no, I don't even want to interview you, bro. I'm good, dude. Like, cancel him at the last minute, dude. This literally happened last week, I swear to God. So that's ironic as fuck that you just brought that up, dude.
She's just been getting fucked left and right since she came. But yeah, no.
Yeah, well, she got Money in the Bank cashed in by Carmella. I mean, come on. That was like
the Princess of Staten Island.
Nothing now. 5 years ago, a lot.
Code of Silence is a fantastic finisher.
I love Carmella. Carmella's amazing. Her and Chelsea in that match at Mania this weekend or next weekend is going to be amazing. But Carmella 5 years ago, winning Money in the
Yeah, Tim, you know that. I can't even admit she's gotten so much better. But
Ucky. Anyway,
somebody let Dylan speak, please. Jesus Christ!
I was just.
Go with this again. Let Dylan speak.
Uh-oh.
I had to bring it back.
Oh God.
So this is time for Asuka to get her Mania moment. You know, I for one feel like she should have got her Mania moment all the way back at 34. I'm gonna go all the way back to 34 again when I was talking about Nakamura because WrestleMania, that was the two Rumble winners and they both lost. And the sad part is Asuka went into this undefeated and they made her tap out. That's a shitty way to end your undefeated streak. And also losing to, you guessed it, CharlotteFlair. So going all the way to this one, she's got to win it, man. I think she has. And the thing is, she's going to go as far as using the mist on Bianca. For me, the ref's going to have the. Yeah. And for one, the ref's going to have his back turned. I'm not sure why. And she's going to use the mist, and it's going to go towards Bianca. And Asuka's going to use that to her advantage, and she's going to win. She's finally going to get her. Finally get a WrestleMania moment and win the Raw Women's title.
Love it. After 0-2 at Mania, getting that big win. I love it, dude. Justin, what do you think, my dude?
I'll probably go shirtless if that happens. I don't know.
First off, build's been absolutely non-existent. There's like nothing to this entire match. Like it just feels it's so weird because we're so freaking excited for this because we know these two could put on a dope match, but it's like there's been nothing but let's just stare at each other and watch Asuka fucking jizz out fucking Smurf cum. Like that's really all she's done, and it's just. And that's literally all it's been, and it's just such a weak freaking build. But it's like I still am kind of excited to see it because I know these two are going to have a dope match, and I hope that this is going to be one of those situations like with Sasha where they had some dog shit build, and then it's just like they put on a fucking epic match at WrestleMania. Let's hope that's what the equivalent of this is going to be at this point. But you got to go Asuka. And you have Asuka at this point. The way she got booed on Raw, you stick with that heel character. This character that she has, this Kana character that she brought here is absolutely don't give a shit character. And that's what she should be doing is not giving a shit by absolutely wrecking everybody. And we just got a surprise appearance from the Rack, which is great.
Did somebody say Smurf come, baby? Listen, I was just sitting here and listening about men taking their shirts off and Smurfs coming in Asuka's mouth, and I thought I would have to come by and say hello. Always a good time with you, Jeremy and Justin. Love you both. Could I possibly get you two to be the ones to take your shirts off too, as well, if Charlotte should lose this match?
I mean, possibly.
Can I take my shirt off or no?
No, nobody wants to see that, Tim. As a matter of fact, the Rack is under the impression, good impression, that your wife makes you wear a shirt during all the babies that you make as well. She doesn't even want to see it, so we don't want to see that.
I fucking love it.
You're not wrong, Daddy. You're not wrong.
Oh my Lord, I love it. But if I had to, I'm just saying you have Asuka go full heel on this one. Feed into that reaction she got on Monday by turning her full on heel. Have her where the ref gets where Bianca gets her up for the KOD. She grabs the referee. She drops Asuka straight down. The ref's all cowering in the corner. Shoot her with the mist. hit her with the kick. Done. Right there. Asuka goes on a freaking actual good reign and not just holding it until somebody's going to be like literally a couple weeks later taking it off of her, which would be some bullshit. Asuka deserves that Mania moment because she's been fucked out of multiple. Give her this one now. Like, and I'm not saying that Bianca's reign's been shit, because Bianca's reign has been freaking nuts. Like, she, for as long as she's held it, she's freaking killed it. But it's time to start getting some movement on with that Raw Women's title.
Yep. You're correct for sure. And Jeremy?
I'm agreeing with everyone else that Asuka should be winning this. Like everyone else has said so far, the build itself has been atrocious, like really bad. In my opinion, honestly, I think the second half of Bianca Belair's title reign has been atrocious as well. Just everything after, like, as soon as it hit Bayley, everything's just been wrong. Either wrong or bad.
Yep.
She should have lost to Bayley. She didn't. And then it's just been non-existent booking ever since. Something needs to change. And honestly, I think that if Asuka does win, which I think she does and should, I think that if there's a draft, they need to draft Bianca back to SmackDown and they need to turn her heel. Bianca needs to go back to heel to prove to everyone that she's not just twirling the hair, skipping down the ramp, smacking my ass, the same character over and over again. She's been a babyface basically her entire WWE run, and people who watched her on her NXT know that when she's a bitch, she's a massive bitch, and she hasn't had the opportunity to show that on the main roster. But Asuka, I feel like with this new character, they need to put the title on her to solidify this new gimmick and this new character.
Love it. The Rack.
Man.
The Rack.
Well, you see
This
them
motherfucker spitting.
100% of the stuff that the Rack watches when he does watch TV ends in somebody getting hit in the face with something, whether it is a fist or various liquids. 100% of everything. So what Justin said there, where she gets the shot in the face with the liquid and then the kick in the face, that is just a 2-for-1 for the Rack. So I am all about that. Let's do that one.
Love it.
For the 2-for-1 special right here.
The Rack is a non-binary, gender fluid trisexual. So yes, 2-for-1 special, absolutely.
Oh, God, you are turning me on down there. I have to turn myself away.
Now
Anyway.
we're getting to the after dark.
Anyway, who wants to pick the next topic? Dylan.
I'll do one because I didn't do one yet.
Justin, when I asked about a question ago, who hasn't picked a topic yet? The Rack and Jeremy raised their hands. You didn't raise yours. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I would have called on you. Okay?
Listen, Tim, are you 100% sure, based on where the camera cuts off, that you know whose hand is whose in that room?
I don't know.
Because it very well could have been Justin raised his hand off his penis, because Matt Ritter was in here, so we know where his hand is generally when Matt is in the building.
Right.
And you thought it was Jeremy because you just assumed that his hand was down his pants. Like,
You're right. So my Justin, daddy, my baby.
So we just talked about a certain somebody associated with Bianca. Let's talk about Damage Control and Becky and friends. So I'm gonna put it this way: this feud started off interesting, and I feel like it's fallen off a lot. I'm just being honest here. I think this has really fallen off big time. Like, it's just been so uninteresting as of late. And it was like, it started off strong with Becky and with Becky and Bayley, and it was so interesting. And then when Trish and Lita got involved, I was like, okay, that's even better, because who doesn't love Trish and Lita? But when they involved the tag team titles, That was my immediate falling. That was the start of my falling off point, and now I just feel like I'm falling off it completely. Because what is Becky and Lita holding the tag titles does absolutely nothing for those tag titles. They're still just as irrelevant as they've always been. Damage Control absolutely is not controlling anything. They are just losing constantly. Like, there's all this talk that Trish is going to turn. Like, why would she turn? That wouldn't make a single ounce of sense. Oh, she's disappointed in Lita because Lita freaking won the meaningless tag team titles with somebody that's not her. Like, that would just be the dumbest story ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, Bayley, Damage Control kind of needs this win. Like, I honestly side with Damage Control on this one, but, like, I just can't see it happening. Like, I honestly believe we're going to get Becky and Trish and Lita winning this, and we're wrapping this up here because, like, it's been going on for a while. Hasn't really gotten to, like, really exciting levels anymore. I think you just kind of end this just so we can kind of get to the point where Becky and Lita lose these tag team titles eventually. And that's about it.
The one thing about this that the Rack is disappointed in is the fact that we are not going to get a Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler in-ring preview of what we are missing behind doors in their bedroom. Because that is what the Rack is interested in, trying to find out what's going on in that bedroom. However, I will say that on a serious note, which you don't often get from the Rack, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey beating Lita and Becky Lynch means more than Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey beating Dakota Kai in Io Sky. So while you said it's doing nothing for those tag team titles, when the inevitable, terrible Ronda Rousey gets her hands on those belts, it is going to be a bigger deal that she beat a Hall of Famer and the Man than it would be the tag team champions in Damage Control.
True. Very true. What if
Jeremy, do you agree with me? Because your brother is over here shaking his head like he don't believe what the fuck the Rack is saying, and I don't appreciate that. He's just sitting off there in the corner like I cannot see him off screen going, no, it doesn't. No, fuck that. No, Jeremy, what you think? You're the smarter one of the two. We know this.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's Ronda and Shayna beating one Hall of Famer and one to-be Hall of Famer is bigger than fighting two people who have lost more matches than I could count on my fingers and toes combined.
Are you listening, Justin? You should be listening.
Oh, I hear it. Still doesn't mean I agree with it. Told you, them tag team titles belong with that 24/7 title. Right in the trash where they belong. Because they are absolutely fucking pointless. Shayna and Ronda winning those tag titles does nothing for that division because there is no fucking division. Like, yeah, they made 4 teams right now for a freaking division that they don't give a shit about, but then randomly give a shit about for some reason. And after that, those teams are going to break up, and then there's going to be no division again.
I will say Lacey Evans and Dia Lee is visually appealing, if not in-ring, just in general. Did y'all notice that Lacey had the Star Spangled cum shot across the side of her face last night?
Mm-hmm. Uncle Sam wanted her.
That is exactly what I heard.
Xia Li is visually appealing. Lacey Evans is atrocious.
No, she is definitely visually appealing. She is. My God, sexy. Like, fuck. That tag team is sexy. I could digress on that tag team over and over and over and over again. But the Damage Control versus Becky and friends. The main question I want to ask you guys, and we'll swing it around the panel, is will you guys remember Trish turned on Jericho, sided with Christian, ruined that match? I hate the god dang speculation of the dirt sheets. Oh, Ritter, what's up, bro?
Practice.
Where'd you go, man? Damn. What's up, man?
That wig got hot.
Oh, man. Anyway, so the speculation that Trish don't like being a face, which is fine. But where you get Trish versus Becky, theoretically speaking, down the road, which doesn't need a title, which I'm all in on because Becky does not need to be involved in the title picture for as long as possible because Becky's bigger than the title because she's Becky fucking Lynch. So, do you guys think Trish turns heel at this Mania?
Yeah. The thing is, though, Becky's already on a high level. What the hell does she get from beating Trish?
What did Charlotte Flair gain from beating Trish?
Charlotte Flair getting another fucking notch in her ego. That's what. That's all she got.
That's not needed.
Watch them do this all day.
The wrong,
a lot of fun, dude.
on Becky and Friends, the wrong woman has the title with Lita. Like the moment that they put that match together, I'm like going, why isn't it Trish and Lita? Just makes the most sense. You're two pioneers of your Attitude Era. Women who get all these women look up to. Why aren't they the tag champs in here? Which would make a better story with Ronda and Shayna going in there than Becky as one of them. I can see Becky turning heel and dropping the title. Trish picks it up and goes, "Why not, Lita?"
All this is an excuse to get Becky and Ronda back together, and it's just a waste.
Well, Impact's women's tag division is a lot better than WWE's, and they have half the teams.
But Ronda, if they wanted Ronda and Becky to do it, they would have just done it. They clearly don't want that, or they would have done it. Like, they got them. They're there. They would have done it. I know everyone speculates. They want Becky and Ronda. They want Becky and Ronda, but aren't they there? Like, Ritter, am I missing something?
No, you're not missing anything. You said that Impact has half the tag teams that WWE's women's division has, so they have 1.5 because there's really only 3 tag teams in the WWE's women's division.
Okay, so technically Impact has 2.
Okay, so close. Okay,
yeah, close.
Still fair enough. No, they're there. I've heard so many things. I've heard Bayley versus Lita. That's the match that Bayley won at Mania. That's what we're getting. That didn't fucking happen. Then it was Bayley versus Trish. And then it was Trish is going to turn. And then I don't even know how the fuck this gets us to a singles feud between Becky and Ronda or why we would go this route or why we need. Listen, I love Lita. Lita was my first real wrestling crush. I have WWE magazines that are hopefully burned somewhere with the pages stuck together with Lita on them.
Whoa!
What up, Joss?
Oh, shit.
Ritter, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, it's fine.
I saw Just get your podcast. Just, man. Well, you're a part of the Ritter family anyway, so like I didn't mean to cut you off while your daddy was speaking.
That's right.
Right.
Lita looked terrible.
What's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing?
You missed the rack, so.
No, I saw it. I was backstage.
Oh, you waited till he left before you showed up. I see how it
Oh
is.
my god, that's my bad. First of all, I didn't send very many personal invitations out tonight. I sent a personal invitation to just to know I love it. So,
Well, I saw everyone in here, so I was like, let me go see what's going on. Are we still talking about visual appealing people, or what's the deal now?
We moved on to Damage Control versus Becky and Friends.
Okay, yeah.
Heel. There's Ritter was he went from the rack to talking about this into why.
Yeah.
And then I saw you got excited and brought you in. I'm so sorry it took so long.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good.
You should have just hit me up. I would have said something to him. I'd be like, Justin's in the waiting room. What the fuck are you doing, Tim?
Yeah. The problem is I don't see the little thing where I got to scroll at the bottom of my. Yeah, it is what it is.
I know what it feels like. Clark Street did it to me last time. I was here for the debut of the Bloodline Network, and they're like, "No, fuck that. We're not letting that idiot on to fuck this up." And they waited until the post show. And I don't blame them. I would have too.
I sent you a personal link, Just. I wanted you here. Ritter, keep talking.
I got you.
Lita looked bad in that match. I love Lita. She looked bad in that match. They should not be carrying the titles. I am very much worried. Like, they need to drop them as soon as possible. Lita is not in the shape to be a champion or be putting on even in a tag match, which is where you kind of hide that stuff. She was not looking great, and I fucking love Lita.
Yeah, very fair.
Agree.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, Just, since you're here, first of all, welcome. Get Your Podcast. Just, thank you so much for tuning in. Always and coming on tonight to the Tim King Show.
Yeah.
I love you, bro. We fucking are talking about a little WrestleMania. Can I ask you a couple of quick questions?
Yeah.
I know they're all like, fuck, not this again, but I don't care. You're a Chicago guy, so I'm gonna ask you. This CM Punk AEW, you knew I was going back to it. What do you think? What is your whole thing on it? Is it a work? Is it a shoot? Are we getting Punk Jericho at the United Center? We don't care about it. I understand, but this is what I want to hear from you.
Okay. I mean, I think me, Matt, and most of us have kind of like said it before, we of course, you know, we're with CM Punk, but obviously there's times where you kind of like, it just makes you so difficult to be a CM Punk fan sometimes. For me though, this is kind of a weird situation because like, I don't know when it was brought up, but like, you know, when you're drunk and you say shit that you probably don't mean, I think this was one of those type of situations, you know? Like, it was like, oh, damn, okay. I think it was one of those situations. I mean, because he deleted it so quickly. So it was like, I don't know if he meant to send it or what he meant to do or whatever. But, I mean, to me, it's kind of like just leave it where it was. I don't think he needed really to come out and say anything, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. No, the only reason I asked you, of course, is because of the Chicago connection.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Get a lot of flack. And then I saw the tweet from, I forget who sent it, but section 19.A, you cannot talk crap about AEW or you have to delete your post. So, like, I swear to God, I saw that. So I was like, oh. So I just wanted to get your take. That was it.
I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's kind of like one of those things where, like, I see where he's coming from, and it's kind of a awkward, weird situation, you know? I want to know how AJ Lee is doing, though.
So you don't... I get it. I'm watching Total Divas right now. My wife's like, you thought she was hot, huh? And I was like, nah, she's a little too small for me. Streets would have thought she was hot.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
A little too tiny. A little too tiny for me.
A little too petite? A little too petite?
Yeah, she's small, bro. She's small, dude.
Okay.
But it's not about that. But just, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Theory versus Cena, who's going to win?
Who is this?
Theory versus Cena, who's going to win?
Oh, of course I would like Cena to win, you know what I'm saying? But I think the storyline has it where Theory is going to win. That's my Austin theory on that, but...
All right. What about Dom versus Ray?
Oh, dude. I don't know if you know, but you know, get your rides with Dom, so Dominic is gonna win that match.
Yeah, we all were there.
You know
Charlotte versus Rhea. Who you got?
Charlotte versus RheaRipley for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm with you. Finn versus Edge. Who you got?
Ooh. I think I want Finn to win, especially because like they've kind of ruined the demon gimmick, you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like him as coming out as the demon, it would kind of like, you know, make it more legitimate if he wins as a demon. I mean they had him doing the freaking you got served move the last time he was a demon. Remember he was doing like the chest pump? So like, you know, the fact that he would win as the demon in Hell in a Cell I think would be good for him.
Love it. What about Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus? Who's winning that?
Oh, come on, Gunther, all the way. Let's ride that IC title. You know. Okay,
all right, love it. What about Brock versus Omos? Who you got there?
Brock goes Omos. Oh my gosh, can't believe it still happened. You got to go with Brock. I mean, he's gonna give him the F5 to Omos. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a big thing. I'm pretty sure WWE is gonna spin that highlight all the way through the night. You know what I'm saying? So.
I feel you. Bianca and Asuka.
Oh, see, that's tough. You know what? I can't really say. I mean, I kind of want Asuka to win because she hasn't really won like a big WrestleMania match. But then I don't want to see Bianca lose, because I would like to have her third victory at WrestleMania too. So I'm kind of 50-50 on that one.
Feel you. Damage Control versus Becky and Friends. Last one. And just so you know, this wasn't me putting you on the spot, but I just wanted your opinion on it all, baby.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. Damage Control and Becky and Friends.
The last one.
Becky and Friends keep it. I think Becky and Friends keep it.
I think so too.
Greydon said, "Fuck this one to go take a shit."
Yeah, Greydon's like, why the fuck are you just focusing on someone else? No. If you bring someone else, I want to know your take. We've been talking about all this.
Yeah, we're all homies.
Podcast Get Joe. Go check out the Get Joe podcast, dude. It's my homie. Go check out his podcast, dude. And I wanted to hear your thoughts tonight while we're just chilling, dude.
Yeah.
Because guess what?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't got no one to answer to. We're just chilling tonight.
Ask the hard-hitting questions. Justin, what are you playing that piano behind you?
Whatever you want me to play, sir. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite composer?
My favorite composer, you know what I'm saying? I could do, On Bended Knee by Boyz II Men.
Oh.
Yeah. You want to do that?
What'd you say, Justin?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll be up for that if you're going to do it. I'd be up to see that.
Yeah, okay.
Justin said he'd be down on Bended Knee if you could do that, so.
Ooh, I'll get a pillow for you.
Oh, shit.
Every time Tim or somebody brings me on, I just look at Dylan. Dylan's like, why the fuck did you guys do this to me?
Yo, you know why? Because Dylan is like my opposite spirit animal. I look at Dylan and I'm like, this dude's like the calmest, nicest dude in the world. And I'm like the most aggressive prick motherfucker in the world. And I can take this nice guy and we just men like that. And I want Dylan
You're a far less annoying Mojo Raleigh.
Control.
Yeah, man. Dylan is just the nicest guy in the world. Like, he is just a nice fucking guy. Another nice guy, this guy up here, Streets. Another guy, nice fucking fella, dude. Justin, nice fella. Me, not a nice guy. Ritter, another nice guy. I feel like I'm surrounded by nice people.
I'm a saint.
Yeah, I'm surrounded. As I put my cross away, I'm like, hide that shit, zip it up. I'm surrounded by nice people. I'm not a nice person. But just, you're here. I want a new topic. We've talked about a lot of shit. I just ran you down what we talked about. Take a WrestleMania match. You got like Seth and Logan. You got Roman and Cody. You got the tag title match. That's about it, man. Let's wrap it.
Yeah, I mean, do we have? Oh wait, what was your question? Like, what is the match I'm looking forward to looking at?
Just pick a match for us all to predict on.
Oh, a match to predict. Okay,
just talk about them those three. Yeah. Ritter's like, get me the fuck out of here.
I got nothing going on tonight.
Let me see here. Okay. What you guys talk about? Logan Paul and Seth Rollins yet?
No.
Okay, let's talk about that. Does the brother get involved? Logan Paul's brother. Does he get involved in the match? This guy's working out right now.
No wonder why he looks so good. I met this dude in person. First of all, thank you so much, God, again, for the PlayStation 4. But it's not even about that. I got to meet Ritter in person and give him a hug. What a beautiful moment of my life.
Oh, y'all met in person? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Tim's actually been to my house, unlike you, Justin.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I got to the first thing I said was, come here and give me a hug, dude. Isn't that
okay?
I was like, hug me, dude. You know, like, hug me, brother. Like from Top Break. It was like, I shook his hand. And I said, and now hug me.
Okay. We have to set up a time where we all can meet and go to the studio.
Yo, that's Streets. I just screenshot this where it was just the 4 of us. Now there's 5 of us. All of this here, this little upside down L is all Chicago. Chicago.
I mean, everybody but the right side of my screen, you know.
Yep, it's Chicago. It's crazy. We are all literally Chicago here. It's nuts. I digress. But Seth and Logan. Streets casual. Talk about it.
Hold on, I was putting this back on. 30 shields, baby. What is it?
Seth Rollins.
Oh,
Logan
Seth and
Paul.
Logan. Huh? This is fun. This is fun for a casual like me. Good Lord. Because Logan definitely has blew past every expectation I ever had about him as a human wrestler, actor, whatever it is at this point. So it's been... And then you got Seth, who I love. It's so funny watching him work out while I'm talking about this too. But anyways, then you got Seth, right? Best in the... I'm going to say it right now. I don't know how many are going to agree with it. People are going to hate on it. Whatever it is, you could say Roman might have the best run in story and whatever's going on right there, but Seth is still the best in that company. So Seth...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
So,
yep, for sure, yeah.
So for me, as good as Logan is, I think Logan's great. I think he's a great counter to Seth, and I think they put on a good back and forth. They'll put on a good match. At the end of the day, though, for me, it's Seth. Let's see Seth build him back up. It's time for him to also go for some gold again.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I was really liking Streets too. I really was.
Jeremy, what do you think, dude?
What?
Well, I know this match is gonna gonna slap, it's gonna bang, it's gonna fucking tear the house down, it's gonna
fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna fuck, it's gonna do everything. It's gonna
Slappers and bangers are coming, dude.
It's gonna fucking squirt all over a screen at this point.
Now we're on Pornhub.
Logan Paul and Street said he's blown everyone out of the water when it comes to wrestling ability. Nobody expected him to be as good as he is, but if he's good enough to be in a match against Seth Rollins, then he's that damn good, in my opinion. And as much as I would see Logan Paul winning this match, I think Seth Rollins is like desperately needing a win at this point, because I can't remember the last time that he won a feud. I really can't, because he didn't win against Cody. Right. He didn't win the one match against Roman. He hasn't won anything to my knowledge. So he needs a win, and I feel like he deserves to get it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Justin, what do you think, brother?
I may not be a Logan Paul fucking fan. I hate the guy as a fucking person. But in WWE, bro, he's absolutely just blown it away. I have to say it. I just always find myself, as much as I hate the guy, every time I see him and he does something, I'm just like, in WWE, I go, dude, I feel like I can't not fucking praise him every time. And it just boggles my mind. I'm like, I can't stand your fucking face. I think you're an absolute fucking tool. I think you're an absolute fucking tool, but the minute you step in a freaking wrestling ring and put on a fucking show, I go, bro, really? Like, why? Why are you this good? Like, I honestly can say I've actually enjoyed the build out of this. I don't know what it is. Logan during the impulsive thing, like, fed off the crowd, which to me, I go, holy shit, that's actually really good to see that somebody like him can feed off that crowd and keep it flowing the entire time. Like, honestly, this might be one of the matches that I'm actually looking forward to a lot, because I can see these two putting on a fucking absolute banger. This shit's going to be nuts. I can't wait to see what these two can do, because especially when you got someone as good as Seth and as good as Logan, it's you're not going to get anything like these two are going to freaking blow it out of the water. And honestly, like, if this was it, I wish I wouldn't be against another one if they do it somewhere down the line. But
Ooh.
right now, just if this is the Mania match, like I hope they freaking blow it out of the water. I really do. But I do think you go Seth here. You got to go. Seth has been on the losing end a lot. He needs to win this match.
A momentum match. Let's go.
He's been losing for like 4 years. Dylan, what do you think, bro?
So this match is going to be fantastic. It's going to be one of the better ones. It doesn't matter what night they put it on. But it's so cool to see how well Logan Paul has evolved from last year's WrestleMania, teaming up with The Miz as Miz's sort of lackey against the Mysterios, and now he's going to fight Rollins.
Dylan's like, fuck Ritter.
I'm just listening to this Logan
I
Paul.
kind of learned to. From what I kind of learned to tune him out, not working out and stuff, I can kind of look past it and actually speak my mind on shit. So,
absolutely.
So it's cool. But it's cool to see Logan Paul. You know, someone who comes in as a celebrity, he respects the business, and he looks good doing it. He teamed up with The Miz last year in a fantastic match. No one expected him to look as good as he did, and he comes in there and he's working. And he, like I said, he respects the business, and he's looking good doing it. So now he's fighting Seth Rollins. It's going to be a fantastic match. But for one, as much as I'm praising Logan Paul, if anyone produces this match and they pick Logan Paul to win, they should be served their walking papers right then and there. Because Seth Rollins needs to win this match. He needs it, and he's going to win this match. So Ritter, I was going somewhere with this, and he's got to let me finish with this one. Because Seth Rollins is winning this match. There's no way Logan Paul should even win this match, even close.
Dylan, you sass him. You sass him all day.
It ain't about sass. It's just speaking the truth. You know, I for one praise Logan Paul, how much he respects it, but Seth Rollins should get the win for sure.
Yeah.
Greydon's like, hey, I'm here. Go ahead.
All good.
It was like what we said for the Omos Brock match. It's all about this. The clicks. And and I mean, that's what Logan does. This is his battlefield right here. You have the entire arena on their phones watching that match, recording that match. Does Seth need to win? Is Seth going to win? I have a feeling he is, but does he need to? Not really, because like I went with Bianca. Seth doesn't need this win to stay relevant. We all know Cody's first feud is when Cody wins. It's going to be against Seth. There's unfinished business there. So.
Yep.
So and Seth doesn't need to win this in order to get to Cody. So.
Ritter, what do you think, brother?
I don't know if I've ever told anyone this, but the least thing that I actually watch professional wrestling for is the wrestling. It's not why I watch wrestling. I could give two shits how good Logan Paul is in the ring, and I'm not going to sit here and say he's not. I'm not going to sit here and say he's terrible. He's not. He's athletic as shit. He's gone out there. He's shown his ass. You know, this is what Logan Paul is made for. Fixed fake fights is like how he and his brother have made their name. That's what made them famous, was pretending to do something and make it look as real as possible, or kind of attempting to. This should be everything that's Logan Paul excels. I just personally don't give two fucks about Logan Paul in any way, shape, or form. And I hear everyone, oh, he's such a good wrestler. I don't give a shit. KennyOmega is such a good wrestler. I don't give a shit. Like, being a good wrestler does nothing for me. So this does really, like, if Seth beats Logan, does that make Seth any better of a wrestler? Does it put a rocket strap on his back and send him to new heights? No. If Logan beats Seth, then I got to suffer through Logan in the main fucking event, facing guys like Cody, facing guys like Roman more than he already is. And I don't want to fucking see that either. So I want Seth to win. I hope Seth wins. But again, this is another one. It's Akibono versus Big Show. It's Big Show versus Floyd Mayweather. It's another attraction match with a semi-celebrity at WrestleMania who actually has a contract, who actually will put on a good match. Like, again, he will put on a good match. I personally don't give a fuck.
That's fair. Joss?
I mean, I agree with everyone saying. Yeah, I mean, Seth doesn't really need the win to be irrelevant. Logan Paul is a douchebag. So I mean, wrestling aside and stuff, I mean, like kind of like what Matt said, like, yeah, this is just like a celebrity match type of thing, just like you know, we were talking about earlier, it's just for all the clicks and stuff. So like for me, I know this match is probably going to be entertaining, but for me, I'm not like that. Like, it's not the one I'm like looking for, you know.
For sure. That's fair. Streets, I know you want to get out of here. You've been here for like the last 5 hours. Where can people find you?
At Streets Done. Twitter.
That's
Best
it.
spot, only spot. You can find me here too, by the way, on the Bloodline Entertainment Network. You can find it there, so you can just come here if you need to see anything, need to find anything, or you can find me at Streets Done if you want to see some funny videos. Especially as baseball season's starting to pop off, they should get a little bit more funny. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And yeah, I do. It's been a blast tonight, Tim, no doubt. We've been here for a long time, especially if we go to the pre-show chats that we had. Justin, oh man, been a long night here.
Yeah, you guys have been on for a while, bro. I'm glad you came on again.
I have no idea. Thank you. Thank you all, wrestling community, for letting me sit here and shoot the shit with you with absolutely the most casual knowledge possible. I come into this thing like right at Rumble. I'd leave at Mania, and then I do the same bullshit again like SummerSlam. So that's kind of basically my premise of this.
That's all good. That's all good.
So thank you.
For sure.
Love
for
it,
sure.
Brother. Glad you came on, dude. And I hope you have a fucking great rest of your night. Check out Streets-a-thon. Best fantasy football, fantasy baseball podcast around, bro. Slapper all day. But gentlemen, we got 2 more matches to go, so it's not even
I'm gonna keep watching, by the way. So I'm gonna sign off and I'm gonna watch the rest in bed. So I want to hear.
I'll try to continue to entertain you. From the chat.
You will entertain. And like I said earlier, Chicago, the 5 of us right here. I mean, we gotta get together. Plus, Vince and there's so many more people. Fucking, I digress. Anyway, 2 matches: tag team titles or main event. What do you guys want to talk about? I don't care. Greydon, you said it. Hit it. Talk about it. KO and SamiZayn.
We have Stand Deliver versus the Usos. I mean, honestly, Sammy should have. I'll go to the side here. Sammy should have won at Elimination Chamber, in my opinion. He was so hot. I mean, and then you were awarded with this. I understand the history between him and Jay and him and Jimmy makes sense in here, but I mean, I understood KO was going to be thrown into this match some way, shape, or form, and his continuation with the bloodline. But I don't see Jimmy and Jay walking out with those straps. It's going to be KO and Zayn walking out with them. Just because, like I said, Sammy's still hot. So you want to capitalize on that. If he didn't win at Chamber, you make him win now and put some gold around his waist because of all this hard work he's done with this bloodline story. So I have Stand Deliver winning.
I love it.
Stand Deliver.
Glitter. I saw you shaking your head.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I have never understood. From me watching, the story has always been KO, Sammy versus the Usos. That everything that this has led up to was KO, Sammy versus the Usos. I never understood why everyone was like, "Oh, they should have put the belts, mind you, because it was for both belts, on Sammy at Elimination Chamber." It did, because we didn't want to see Sammy versus Cody for the belts. That's not where. Literally, you get the okay, Sammy won, but then what do? Do you go to a triple threat match? Okay, what are the Usos doing then? Who are the Usos facing for the tag team titles? How do you get the titles off them? You know, like it was always to me the build of everything that went on between Sami and KO when Sami was in the bloodline, leading to them reconciling and them being the ones to defeat the Usos and their historic reign. That's where it was going, which is why I was perfectly fine. I have a lot of Canadian friends. I love my Canadian friends. They were all upset that the Canadian boy didn't beat Roman. Not fucking surprised the Canadian boy didn't beat Roman because it wasn't the story they were telling. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Sami and KO. KO Zania.
Oh, KO Zania. Just. What you got?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that the Usos are gonna leave with that title. I feel like Insane KO is probably gonna win. Probably close out that storyline with them. The question is this: does that go on as the main event for one of the nights?
Don't say that in front of Ritter. You are going to get persecuted, prosecuted, and fucking chastised. You are going to get a dildo shoved up your ass, in your mouth, in both of your ears, and up both your mouth. Don't fucking say that in front of Ritter.
Who says I haven't already had that happen?
Wow.
I know the general area in which you live.
By Matt too.
No, not your bad. I said the same thing. I argued with my dude hardcore about it. Matt. Yeah. Matt, what a weird thing to call you. Ritter, why don't you go ahead and just argue the against reason why I shouldn't argue it for, like, why? Because
I already said it. Rules matter, right? These things are supposed to matter. When they say the winners of the Royal Rumble main event WrestleMania, then the winners of the Rumble should main event WrestleMania. The better, listen, oh, yes, it's the better story. Okay, fine. But does it really matter if it opens up night 2 and you watch the Usos lose and build that anticipation for Cody going against Roman? Or if they win on night 1 and you have that picture, and then does it really matter when that moment happens? As long as that moment happens, it absolutely doesn't. But if we start doing these things, we pull this Vince McMahon bullshit where we're like, oh, well, every match is essentially a main event. If I say it's a main event, it doesn't matter where it is on the card. Then nothing fucking matters. Like, you take away the importance of winning the Royal Rumble if you take away the, okay, yeah, I get a title shot. Cool. I want a title shot. Great. But, like, I want a main event WrestleMania. You win to main event WrestleMania for the championship. That's why you want to win the Rumble. That's why Rhea started at number 1 and fought her way all the way to 30 to main event WrestleMania for the women's title. That's why you do it. Not so that you could go on third on night 1 so that Sami and KO can have their little moment at the end of the show, seeing as they've had their moment at the end of every fucking show. Raw, SmackDown, Elimination Chamber, like, they've been there. They've done that. Do we need another Sami KO moment holding up tag team titles, hugging each other and giving each other hand jobs in the ring? I don't think so. You've done such a shitty job building this women's shit. Let's give them something.
Yeah.
Jeremy or Justin, fuck it. Justin, I hear your voice. That was so goddamn good. Like, that was so goddamn good. Let me hear a retort from you, Justin, maybe. I have no retort. Do you have a retort? I have nothing. Ritter just, like, whooped my ass. He bent me over, took his belt out, slapped me with it, and I'm like, okay, you're right. Fuck it. I'm fine. Jeremy, Justin, do you any retort? Because you're with me. I know you're with me. Do you have anything? I don't.
Like,
I was just asking a question that was brought up on Twitter. I mean, I don't agree with.
Me and Ritter have been arguing about this for 2 months, dude. It's nothing new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This isn't. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. This isn't anything like. I'm not throwing you under the bus. I would love to argue it. I would say the feud deserves an Emmy. I would say it's the greatest feud for 9 months. But you're right. Why can't it just start night 2 and end night 2? And the Royal Rumble winner. You're right.
Yeah. Coming out first.
Why I said Justin and Jeremy. Do you have anything I don't? Because at the end of the day, He's not wrong.
Yeah,
Is that the what?
Not
Reason, is that the real reason they made it 2 nights? Because they had the women's Royal Rumble match. I believe that's the true reason they made it a 2-night event. That way, you would have 2 separate main events. So saying one's a main event, and then having the main event. Yeah,
Which is fair. And my only retort is that the tag team championships have never got to main event of fucking WrestleMania. But do they have a Royal Rumble for the tag team titles? No, they don't. They have a women's Royal Rumble and a men's Royal Rumble. And I get it. But have they ever had a story like this? No. But you can also do Bloodline Crumbles starting the night too. And
they kind of have a
Raw
Rumble.
Next Raw, Cody's got the belt, KO's got a belt, Sami's got a belt. I get it. I have always got it.
Have you looked at the participants for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? It's all the other tag teams. So there's your tag team battle royal. There's your tag team battle royal right there.
I'm just kidding. Let's rip it quick. The main event. Let's get the fuck out of here. Roman versus Cody. Just who you got?
Oh man. You know what? I mean, I want to see Cody get it. You know what I'm saying? For his dad, for his family, for the moment, for him coming back and all that. Let's see Cody get it.
Oh, I feel like Ritter really has something to say, so I'm going to skip him. Jeremy, who do you got?
It shouldn't be anybody other than Cody. Just everything that Cody has said up to this point, excluding his father, because at this point, if he says one more thing about Dusty, I'm going to lose my mind. If anyone says anything about Dusty, I'm going to lose my mind. So I'm glad he said that in his most recent promo. Well, not his most recent promo. Basically, one of his most recent promos. Cody needs to win. There needs to be something. The entire bloodline needs to collapse at WrestleMania, and we'll see what happens afterwards.
Ritter. I was just fucking around going up to Jeremy.
Oh no, absolutely not. I refuse to speak before Dylan gets to talk.
Well, Justin has to go before Dylan because that's
exactly. So I refuse to speak. So let Justin go, let Dylan go, let Greydon go, and then I'll go, and then you can tell me why I'm wrong.
Oh, I will never tell you why you're wrong. I have not said it at all.
You don't know what I'm gonna say yet. We'll see.
We will see.
So I'm just gonna just say this now. Ritter said it the one time on his show, and I'm gonna absolutely agree with it. When he said it, it was when he said, "I'm not accepting anything less than Cody winning this match." I mean, I agree with that 1,000%. There is no reason why you should not have Cody win this match. I understand everybody wants Roman to reach 1,000 days, but again, I beg the freaking question: what do you do if Roman retains? What comes next? You have nothing if Roman retains. Cody needs to win. We need to start moving these titles. And like I said, this is your opportunity. If they're so hell-bent on splitting these titles, this is where Cody wins these titles. He comes out, vacates the Universal Championship. The titles have been split up, and we finally get 2 different champions on both brands.
Yeah. Yep. Dylan?
So I think the plan for Cody to win the titles was set in stone the moment he tore his pectoral muscle. Because I think it would have happened sooner than WrestleMania. So I think the moment he tore the pectoral muscle, he was going to miss X amount of time. I think the plan for him to win the Rumble, to go to Mania, beat Roman, it was already set in stone already last year. Because I think it would have happened maybe at SummerSlam. So I think Cody's going to win. I'm not sure about this whole tournament thing about dropping one. I think it's kind of a weak move to drop a title. I think you got to lose it. So I'm not into dropping. I'm not into vacating a title. So if Cody were to win both titles, I think you maybe go into a feud for one of the titles. I was talking earlier about Gunther. If he loses the IC title versus Sheamus and Drew, with Sheamus winning it, then I think you move Gunther on to bigger things and to get the Universal title on SmackDown and keep Cody on Raw. And that's how you split both titles. I'm not into vacating it. So that's how I think Cody wins. And then somewhere down the line, he drops one of them to Gunther.
Love it. Greydon.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Cody's winning. You just don't have that much star power coming in last year's WrestleMania. Just the ovation he got when, hey, look, it's Cody, to the vignettes for the Rumble of his return. Like, they put in enough production even to keep his own damn music from AEW and the Indies to come in there for that whole package. WWE just doesn't do that for anyone.
Right. And it's not that WWE just doesn't do that for anyone. It's grossly sickening how much I personally hated Cody to how much I love him now. It is the respect level from $500,000 contract offer to $5 million, to him leaving as Stardust, to starting that pissant company, to him being the most irrelevant piece of shit in that company, a company that I loved, but I hated him in that company, to me begging for him to be the world champion right now. Goddamn CodyRhodes. Goddamn CodyRhodes. Better end us.
Well, Justin took all my talking points, so I'm just going to say what Justin said, but in a different way. I know this is the Bloodline Entertainment Network, and I love Devin. I do. I cannot understand why anyone would want to see Roman hold that belt for 1,000 days. And I've seen people say it, and they're like, oh, WWE wants it. Why the fuck would WWE want it? Yes, you can go to Cody and have Cody win at SummerSlam, but is that really as good as having Cody win at WrestleMania? Everything that is CodyRhodes in WWE is built for WrestleMania. The story that Jeremy loves so very, very much about Dusty, and hearing Dusty's name, and how Dusty never won the WWE title, and how Cody is going to be the first member of his family to win that championship. His leaving the company, learning a new hold, coming back like Drew did, like Jinder did, like so many other people have done, and being a main event superstar when he was just viewed as a mid-carder and a comedy act, now being in that position. All of this, the Royal Rumble win, is everything that WWE does and is about to tell a fantastic story for a huge win for a babyface at WrestleMania. And Cody is a babyface that can carry that title into feuds and get people over and make it entertaining. It's not like we talked about Sammy. If Sammy had won, it would have been great. And WWE is about moments, right? They are very much about moments more than, for the most part, title reigns. So you would have got that moment, then it's like, all right, what do we do with Sammy? Who fucking knows? Is Sammy really going to go out and just dominate Seth Rollins and, win all of the against Brock Lesnar? Like, no, he's not. But could Cody go out and have a match with Brock Lesnar? And could we possibly see Cody walking out of a match with Brock Lesnar? Yeah, I fucking think so. Could he take on Bobby Lashley in a main event and probably make it entertaining? Absolutely, I think so. The only part of everything that I've heard that I disagree with is what Dylan said about the tournament. And the only reason I disagree with it, Dylan, is I had the same thought you did. However, Cody is one of those people who can walk out on Monday night and say, you know what Roman said about me? He said I ran away. And I told you guys, when I ran away, I made 100% of the other locker rooms 100% more money. And that is the person I am. And I want to make this company and their locker rooms 100% more money. And by holding both of these titles hostage, I can't do that. So let's give somebody else a chance and lay down that Universal title. Let somebody else have that. I'm not carrying both of these. And he is someone that could deliver that in a way to where it isn't a bitch move, in my opinion. He's not running away from a fight. Drop a promo like that and make it mean something and give us a tournament or whatever. So that's the only part of what I heard that I disagree with.
Fuck.
Fair enough.
And what a perfect way to end this show. My God. Like, could it end on a better note? And read the message. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. go and get yourself a follow at Creation World. Go and follow Get Joe. Go and follow Binbuster. World Elite Podcast. I'd say you're the best trio around, but look at those two beefy boys in the middle of that screen right there and throw this guy in the middle of it. Fight us. Good luck. Bangers and slappers all motherfucking day, dude. Good fucking luck. But no, seriously, I had an absolute blast tonight. Just Kid Show Podcast, the Warden, Night Ritter, my boy, dude. Creation World every day, or 5 days a week at noon, every single day. Plus, the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub every single Friday night. Greydon on the Binbuster. $5 Fridays, just walking through the Walmart. Dude, he's so motherfucking entertaining, this guy, dude. Don't check out the Binbuster, dude. I love this guy, man. Dylan, the World Elite Podcast, your graphics, everything you guys do. I would say you're the best trio around, but you're not, because me and the Bangers and Slappers, we will put you up and put you down through tables. But I love the World Elite Podcast. I love everything you guys are doing. Plus, Dylan, everything you do to help us promote. I love you, man, so absolute much, dude. I appreciate everything you do. My boy, I already said it. Justin, Jeremy, October, you guys are coming back, whatever. Their profile should say. You could find them at The Tim King Show on YouTube at The Tim King Show, because that's where they're at. The Tim King Show, at least once a motherfucking week. You get to find the fucking boys, the slappers of podcasting, dude. And we are the trios motherfucking champion of motherfucking podcasting. But just, I'll let you put yourself over before we go. Where can the people find you?
You can find me at Get Your Podcast on Twitter, Get Your Podcast on the Instagram. You can find me there. You can find me on Marks and Mikes. You know what I'm saying? The most recent episode, we did a sweaty session if wrestlers had a coffee shop. You know what I'm saying? So we did that on the latest episode. So check that out.
God, you're so fucking cool, dude. I can't wait for the Shot Town get together, man. Can't fucking
for sure.
My dude, Mr. Ritter, where can the people find you, my man?
You guys can follow me on Twitter only at Matt Ridders, MaTTRIDDER, or at Getting Off if you want to follow me for horror content. And go follow It's Creation World, ITSCREATIA World, for all of our content. That'll get you everything, and you'll know whenever we're going live. You can follow them on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at It's Creation World.
Oh, you're the man. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us, dude. I appreciate you so much. Greydon, the Binbuster. Where can people find you, brother?
Right here on YouTube, Binbuster, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Right at the Binbuster. I talk movies. I talk entertainment. There was some news that happened as we were on here. I might post on my Instagram, so you guys need to check that out too. So
love it. And if it's up to me and the Eagle Man, right here on Bloodline Entertainment Network, sooner than later. Dylan, where can the people find you?
You can find our podcast, as you can see, at World Elite Pod. We do our live streams every Thursday, 7 o'clock Central. We got our big WrestleMania show this Thursday, so you can hear me like a broken record say everything I said tonight on our show Thursday. We just released our 200th audio episode on the greatest WWE champions. If you want to follow my personal account, I'm at DylanAbear_. We can talk some sports, some wrestling, whatever y'all feel like talking about. And we're also on Instagram, Facebook, every social media platform possible.
God, you're the best, dude. I love you so much, man. Jeremy.
You can follow me on Twitter at JeremyTime721. Shout out to the 2 Fatal 4-Way Tag Team matches that we missed. I'm going with Braun Strowman and Ricochet.
Who cares?
And Jeremy, what women's team do you have?
Chelsea Green and Carmella.
The team.
The Karens.
Cella. Team Cella.
Justin.
And you can follow me on Twitter at JustinTime211. In Time Wrestling Podcast. Yes, it's on a hiatus right now. A lot of personal stuff going on right here. A couple people know what it actually is. If you want to know, I'll let you know. Just like DM me or something, I'll let you know what's going on. But other than that, again, show is on a hiatus right now, but I would still say find it, listen to it, listen to the old episodes. But I'm telling you right now, we are not going to be gone. We are going to be back. We're not gone forever. We will be back, and that's a damn guarantee. I say it every time. And again, I love you, all you guys. You guys have been through all this bullshit, the thing that's kept me fucking sane.
I got you on 50% off at AdamandEve.com if that'll help with any of the problems you have going on. We can get you something to...
No, it's not that. But that's dope as hell that you got sponsored by friggin' Adam and Eve. I was happy as shit when I saw that. I was like, yes, let's go. They got the Adam and Eve sponsor.
Man, no, I love these boys to my right so much. Left, I don't know where the fuck you guys are, but I appreciate you guys so much for coming on each and every week. Just Ritter, Greydon, Dylan, I love you guys so much. You can find me, the TK Show, at all major audio platforms, all major social media platforms, and right here on YouTube at the Tim King Show. Most importantly, Bloodline Entertainment Network plus BloodlineNetwork.com. BloodlineNetwork.com. To everybody, enjoy WrestleMania. God, man, 2 nights. It's going to be a hell of a show. Only 13 matches because I don't know where Bray Wyatt is, but whatever. It is what it is. We out.
Peace.